Time for the late night boxing talks. We out here. We are out here. A couple of things on my mind. Still a lot of fallout from last weekend's robbery. I'm not going to stop calling it that because, well, that's what it was. It was a plain robbery. There's been a lot of mental gymnastics this past week. A lot of attempts at reverse psychology. I call last week's contest, the robbery, the same way I call a cat and a dog. That, the sky is blue, pussy is pink, and that fight was a robbery. What it do, track man? One show, que lo que, maní. El George, el Rey, y el Dani Lopez. Ya tú sabes, maní. It's going to be a busy day of boxing tomorrow. We got a lot of fights. We got Conlon versus Lopez for the IBF. I think Conlon is going to win that fight. I think Mick, shout out to my man Mick, MTK Global. Danny K, Daniel Kinahan, all my good people from Ireland. Where you at? Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Y'all love me. We got Lopez versus Conlon. We got Okolie versus Chris Smith. The former stablemates, Chris Smith and Lawrence Okolie, the former stablemates, once trained under Shane McGuigan, will meet in the opposing corner as enemies. Lawrence Okolie, the champion, Chris Smith, the challenger. Very interesting dichotomy. Very interesting, that's a very interesting situation, I favor Lawrence to win the fight, like Richard Riakporhe, like Farrell Crotch. I think Lawrence probably going to win a fight because Lawrence has more ways of winning a fight than Chris does. I will say that it might be more beneficial for Scott and Boxer for Chris to win the fight than Lawrence, because Lawrence can't draw flies to shit. He don't draw, and he doesn't have a fan-friendly style. We saw that in many of his fights, right? Chris draws. I mean, why do you think the fight is happening in Bournemouth? Because Chris draws. I like Chris. He's a fun fighter to watch. I like Chris. He's a fun fighter. And I would have preferred if it were Chris Smith versus Arsene Goulamarian for the WBA title. I would have preferred. Shout out to my man. We got my man. Yo, this link is for Sport, and I got to get my man Sporting in here. I don't want nobody else to click the link. So if y'all motherfuckers don't know how to follow instructions, you getting left backstage. The link is for my man Sporting. It would be more beneficial to Sky Sports and Boxer if Chris Smith won the fight, because he does draw. 15,000 in Bournemouth at a stadium. 15,000. Those is good numbers for a cruiserweight fight. Those is good numbers, But I don't think Chris is going to win that fight. Hey, we got my man in the building. Everybody, Sporting Icons in the building. Sporting, he's iconic. He's Sporting Icons. Sporting, what do you think about Lawrence Okolie, Chris Smith? I expect that, unfortunately, Lawrence will win the fight. Do you see it the same way?
I do. I was there ringside for Chris Smith's last fight in Bournemouth, and Chris Smith was getting battered until he landed that punch from the guard and put that guy out into a coma.
It's a beautiful fucking uppercut.
Oh,
beautiful uppercut.
It was. So I worry that Chris Smith, he gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
And if you get hit by Lawrence Okolie, say what you like, you stay hit.
Yeah, I mean, that we have to give to Lawrence, that he does have a strong right hand. His style is not pleasing to watch. I'd rather watch Richard Riakporhe. I'd rather watch Chris Smith. I'd rather watch J.O. Pataya. Even Arsene Goulamarian, limited as he is, He's more entertaining than Lawrence, but the same thing that makes Lawrence such a hard watch is what makes him so effective. He can spoil, he can smother, he can hit and hold, or hold and hit.
He's got that style of tongue pole from kickboxer. It's like that those are two arms out front before he does something. It's
We
weird.
literally have two guys. I'm gonna see what this guy talking about. We got a guy named Jimmy Sutcliffe. Jimmy, what it do?
How's it going, man?
All right, we talking about some Probellum Smith and some Lawrence Okolie. Who's gonna win that fight?
I'll be surprised if I see the end of it without falling asleep. I'll tell you that, but I'd probably say Probellum Smith.
Lawrence Okolie has been hard to watch as long as I can remember. I've rarely ever seen an entertaining Lawrence Okolie fight.
That's an understatement.
Honestly.
When we were at Wembley watching AJ and Povetkin, they were fighting on undercard against a guy from Doncaster. And he took a look around and everybody were looking at the phone. It was terrible. It's not sport.
So so we really got a lot of shows, to be honest. All of them are in the UK. The one I like the most is Lara versus Wood, because look, Wood put up a good fight the last time. It was entertaining. It wasn't a boring fight. Even though I think Lara's gonna stick it to him again. Would you guys say that that's the best fight of the weekend?
Well, I would have done before today. It's been tarnished a bit now, hasn't it? With weight situation. It's just taken that edge off, hasn't it? Don't you think? It has like that. You know, Lara's not going to be the champion. But look, I mean, the title's still on the line for Lee Wood. Yeah, I bet Lara's got to weigh in again in morning. They haven't told us that, but I bet they've said, you can't bulk up.
Me go to sport.
Anymore.
Let me go to sport and sport.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate that Lee Wood will be able to figure him out this time, that this time he'll beat him? Because, the title's only on the line for him.
Yeah, the thing is with Lee Wood is that he kind of fights face first sometimes. And against Lara, that's the wrong person to do it with, as he found out last time. And the fact that Lara has missed weight, I don't know. I mean, is that a sign of Lara is just taking him lightly? Is it a case of Lara just doesn't care?
I don't think Lara knew the rules. I bet he thought he could just crash down to weight.
I mean, he's fought in the UK. He's fought in the UK 2 times. He fought Josh.
True. Yeah, true. That's true.
He has to know what the rules are by now, but at the same time, the rule is silly. The rule is silly because they're telling him, based on where you were Wednesday, we're not gonna let you make the weight Friday. That's basically it. They're like, we didn't like where you was on Wednesday. We don't want you to cut that much. So the lowest you could come in is 128. Other than that, you can't come in. It's stupid. If he want to drain himself, let him.
That's some kind of British Boxing Board of Control stupidity, because what they're trying to do is upset Lara. So Lara, he doesn't concentrate on the fight and ends up losing the fight. That's what I think that is.
I hope Lee Wood
wins. Doesn't that give him an advantage? Think about it. If Lee Wood had to emaciate himself to make the weight that he was the professional, he made 126. You're kind of putting him at a disadvantage.
Well, yeah, you are, but psychologically, Lara might be like, what the hell, I've just lost my belt now.
I don't know, man. Let me read the super chat. Shout out to my man George, the last patriot, who says Crawford versus Spence is finally happening, and I don't care. Crawford is old, and Spence has shown vulnerability since the car crash. Cash grab for Errol, definitely. I mean, I've been saying it on repeat since this year that I believe that this would be the year that the fight happens. And the reason that I believed that this would be the year the fight happens is because Showtime desperately needs it to happen. They need to justify to Bob Backish and the people at Paramount why they should stay in boxing. And the only way you can...
What's going on over there with that then? Is Showtime in jeopardy, or is it a load of...
Yes. There have already been 2 rounds of layoffs. 2 rounds. Over 6,000 employees laid off, right? That's one. A lot of TV shows have been canceled because what they're trying to do is minimize to keep only what works, only what drums up business. And if it don't drum up business, it'll get the axe. And this has been going on, I'm going to say, since last year. So my understanding is that boxing on Showtime has been given till the end of next year, 2024. And it's like a grace period almost to show, yo, this shit is worth spending money on. We should keep this shit. And you see that, like, there's a push now where last year, Tim Smith, the VP of Communications at the PBC, he said, there's no money. There's no money. That fight don't sell. People gonna steal it. This year, oh, there's guarantees and there's money and it's a big fight. Y'all didn't think it was a big fight last year. Now it's a big fight though, right? Now it's a big fight.
Is that why they've thrown a two-way rematch clause straight in there then?
Exactly what they had to make sure, and I've been saying this, they had to make sure it happens. You can't play it the way that you did last year because you cannot make a fight like this under those circumstances. No guarantees to the fighters. It's an undisputed fight, bro. How could there be no guarantees to the fighters? There was, I don't know about rematch clauses, but I know there is one for this one, that if within 30 days, the loser wants a rematch, he can activate it within 30 days. And I'm like, oh, so now you guys are being a lot more hospitable with Crawford than you were last year. And you're being a lot more accommodating. Last year, y'all was on some fuck it. We won't fight you. We'll go fight Thurman until y'all realize y'all not going to get no money with no motherfucking Keith Thurman. The biggest fight for Errol is Crawford. It's the biggest one. It's the only fight. Sporting, are you excited? Are you excited?
I am. I'm not as excited as I was 2-3 years ago.
I wonder which UK broadcaster is going to pick that up.
That's a good question. That is a really good question.
I imagine DAZN because DAZN chipped in for that Tank and Garcia, and that.
Garcia's a DAZN fighter. He's a DAZN fighter. Like there was a reason for them to be involved in that one. This one,
it's going to be Sky or DAZN, isn't it? It's going to be one of them two.
If push comes to, I could see Sky getting it. Ben Shalom needs content. He needs to deliver something.
They've got Baturbi Evan Smith, haven't they? That surprised me a bit.
Nah, that's normal because Top Rank's UK broadcast partner is Sky, so that's normal. That's a normal one. Like, yeah, if Artur, if they want him to fight on Sky, that's a regular thing. I expect that. Yeah.
Although, did you see that Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford were doing a joint podcast on ESPN now?
Oh yeah, they did, and look,
I'm a
Crawford fan. Yeah, but this is the thing. They're not dumb. ESPN is to us what Sky is to you. It's the biggest sports network in this country. So if you did a press conference on Showtime, it's not going to reach as many people. If you do it on ESPN, it's way more exposure. So I mean, like Showtime is kind of, they're in a tough spot because they're a thing of the past. People don't view things the same way they did before. I have Showtime. I never fucking watch it. I literally only have it for boxing. If I want to watch a movie, I go to my Amazon Prime and I buy it, or I'll go to HBO Max, which is now called Max. But I seldom ever use Showtime outside of boxing, right? So you're not going to reach as many people doing a press conference on Showtime because most of the people that have Showtime, they're not there for boxing. They're literally there for those TV shows that they have. Those are not really boxing fans.
Does anybody know how long Top Rank have got left with ESPN?
That's a good question because
according to Eddie Hearn, they ain't going to renew his contract.
That would be terrible, man.
They were just firing back on it. But every time I think of Top Rank from UK, every time I think of a Top Rank show on ESPN, I always see them lights from the Madison Square Garden small room.
The Hulu Theater,
you never seem to. That's just a little thing I've noticed with all Loma's fights, and they always seem to be in that little room. Other than Tyson Fury, I can't think of any huge Top Rank main room shows. You know.
Well, this is the thing with where Top Rank is right now. And a lot of what Eddie said is true. Like, don't get it twisted. A lot of what he said is true. Like, how are you saying that I'm finished when I'm doing bigger shows in America than you are? That's actually true. That's actually true. For example, it's going to sound funny, but it's literally the truth. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano was a bigger fight than most top rank shows. Than most of them, yeah. That was
these people who talk to Bob Arum, and this is what annoys us.
Yeah,
these people who ask these questions, they don't remind. But someone should say it. But Bob,
they lick his ass. They lick his ass. They lick his fucking ass. That's what they do, because they could tell him. They could tell him what I'm saying, but you know how Bob is going to respond. He's going to respond to them the way that he responded to Mike Kopinger. You remember what he did to Mike Kopinger?
Right. Yeah.
Bob Arum's funny, man. I mean, I've interviewed Bob Arum 2, maybe 3 times. And after the first one, I quickly realised he's very, very easy to wind up. I had him spitting dummies out about Shelly Finkel. I hate that guy. Fuck Shelly Finkel.
I fucking hate Shelly Finkel. I think he puts things in his ass. He's a very strange man.
Yeah, but it's so easy. All people have to say is, well, if he doesn't know what he's doing, why is he promoting Canelo?
You know what it is?
Say that? Why don't they just? It's so easy, and I don't. And
raise good questions, but this is the thing: the media that covers boxing now is not the same as what it was when I was a child. When I was a child, the members of the media worked for sports networks, so they didn't have to worry about, oh, I'm going to ask him something that pisses him off, and then the next time I don't get access. That was the difference between the media then and the media now. If you have a Marcos Villegas who needs that access for content, he can't ask him any old question, because then he won't get access. If he asks him, well, Bob, how could you say that? Eddie's shows are bigger than yours. Next thing you know, okay, don't let this motherfucker into no top rank shows. That's what's gonna happen.
Is that how it works?
You know,
same with Alibi, isn't
it? With all of them, really. Like, I think honestly, Eddie Hearn is the only guy that you could probably take a little jab at, and he won't take it personal. You know, he won't take it personal. Because people take jabs at him all the time.
Sporting, where's Frank Warren gone? He won that Joe Joyce fight, and no one's seen him since.
He's released a couple of statements, and that's about it. I think it's something to do with his back surgery, to be honest. I think he's...
No, I mean, George is taking over, bro. We're watching
George is good, man.
I think George... I got a good feeling about George, to be honest with you.
I like where Eddie talked about him having a relationship, because I like it, yeah.
I got a good feeling, and I said that shit. I'm like, yo, I got a good feeling about George, that he's young, he's got energy, and he's the heir apparent. And I'm, you know, it seems like the lines of communication between George and Eddie are better than they were with Frank and Eddie. Because, you know, Frank's an old guy. He's going to hold a grudge with both hands. Old guy. You don't like some young motherfucker making his job hard and shit. But George is a younger guy, so...
Frank maintains that he tried to send an olive branch out, doesn't he, to Eddie, and it were Eddie who said, oh, no, you know.
Yeah, but it's like they're different. Frank represents a different era of boxing than Eddie Hearn does. He does. Like, Frank is old school, man. I remember when he was blonde. Most people don't like... He was blonde. Like, Frank was blonde. Mike Tyson punched him in the mouth. I forgot why. Many years ago.
Jewelry.
Something like that. And that's not Eddie's era. That's not Eddie's time. So there's always going to be a gap between them. They're like, dog, like we in different places. Whereas we're looking at a prime Eddie Hearn. Cassius Hearn. That's what we're looking like Cassius Clay, Cassius Hearn. Like, this is prime Eddie, you know, like he's hitting his strides and doing his shit. And this narrative that he didn't do good in America, I'm telling you, I'm in America. That is pure bullshit. The biggest shows last year were Matchroom shows. What was, if I'm lying, what was the PBC biggest show last year? What was it?
Don't ask me, mate.
What was the biggest top ranked show last year?
Wilder Hellenius.
See, Top Rank aren't interested in Mayer, are they? They palmed her off to Sky.
Yeah, I think that if I were them, and this is why they need new blood and young people or younger people like myself. I don't look my age, but I'm very enterprising. The women are easier to sell and give you more to like for a variety of reasons. They give you more that you can sell and more that you can like, and they are a less expensive option than some, not all, of the guys. The way that I would play it is I would have a female fighter in every territory that I normally do shows in. So if I'm going to do a show in Texas, I want a Texas fighter because people are very loyal to the local fighter. You know, they're very loyal. So you get you a Texas girl. They did do a smart thing. They got Senicia Estrada. She's fun to watch. She's fucking hot. She knocks people out. All the stuff you want. And you just multiply on that. You know, you got a New York girl. Maybe you get you an Arizona girl and a Texas girl. And these are inexpensive options because to pay some of these guys, what some of these guys are getting paid, they're not even good for that money that they're getting paid. So why? There's other ways to go about things. And boxing needs new ideas because it's like, yo, dog, Haney versus Lomachenko, I hoped that it would have did like 2 and 3. So far, they saying it did 150 to 2. 150,000 bars to 200,000 bars. I'm like, come on, dog. Y'all didn't buy this. I bought the motherfucker. I bought it. I posted my receipt and all that like I always do.
Was it cheaper than usual US? $50?
Yeah, that one was cheaper than usual. That one was only 60. Whereas usually
step in right direction.
Usually the going price for a pay-per-view is between 75 and 80. That one was only 60. So it's like, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, it's a fucking madness. Shout out to my man Napoli. Stephen Espinoza is desperate as hell to save Showtime Boxing from getting the guillotine. But I still have a hunch it'll be too little, too late. Well, I'll say this, look. They had a very good reaction to Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. That did really well. It actually did better than I thought it would do. And if they can add to that with Crawford versus Spence, right? If they can add to that, and then they come back in September with Canelo versus Benavidez, maybe if you do 1 million or just very good numbers with all 3 of those fights, you probably can convince the higher ups at Paramount like Bob Backish, look at what boxing gets us. Boxing is a good investment. We just need a bigger budget to do more shows. We'll get more eyes. But you see that, you know, when we make the fights, we get the eyes. You know, maybe.
Is Wilder definitely a free agent now then?
I think he is because, I mean,
you don't hear Stephen Espinoza talking about him.
Bro, I don't hear anything about what Wilder's doing besides the Saudi stuff. No rumors, no inside intel. I just hear the Saudi stuff. That's all I hear. Sporting, have you heard anything else about Wilder besides the Saudi stuff?
I only heard Wilder saying yesterday that Usyk is scared to death of him. That's the only thing I heard.
Yeah. Fights Gassiev in Russia. Brady's in Latvia.
But he's scared of
Hunter in America.
Bambi. But he's fucking scared of Bambi. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, another reason I wanted to go live is the Lomachenko outrage. Not the fight itself. I've already talked about that to nauseum. I very much enjoy it because I know that a lot of people want to argue with me and I don't entertain them because I'm settled that it was a robbery. And I don't see it any other way. So there's no getting to me. There's no convincing me. But what I'm noticing is that people are mad that Vasyl Lomachenko is ranked at number 1 by way of the WBC, right? Well, guess who was sat at number 1 by way of the WBC after 2 ass whoopings? Sporting, can you answer? For $500, Sporting Icons, who sat at number 1 by way of the WBC after 2 consecutive ass whoopings that weren't even close? Can you name that fighter?
Could he be a certain American heavyweight?
What's his name? Say it in the form of a question.
Could it be somebody who likes twerking?
Don't hit me with the bullshit about how Lomachenko shouldn't be number 1 in a fight that 75% of the boxing community agrees was a robbery, when you was okay with Wilder sitting at number 1 off of not 1 ass whooping, that was an ass whooping. 2 ass whoopings and a year of inactivity. That whole time, Wilder was sat at number 1.
And just recently elevated to WBA number 1 for doing nothing.
For Robert Helenius, but you're so bent out of shape because, see, what's weird about this Lomachenko thing is, right? What's weird about it is they really believe, Devin Haney supporters, they believe that they can convince the vast majority of people that it wasn't a robbery. Even when Shakur, the night of the fight, Shakur said 8-4. Oscar De La Hoya said 8-4. Robert Garcia said it was a fucking robbery. Keyshawn Davis said it was a robbery. Regis Prograis said it was a robbery.
That fight was in Las Vegas, is that right?
Yes, it was.
So, why have I got this? It was getting booed, wasn't he? Haney?
Yeah, Devin Haney was after the decision.
And he lives he lives in Las Vegas. So how come he's got no? Where's his fans then?
I mean, the point that I'm making is very simple. I've been watching boxing for a gajillion years. Bad decisions happen all the time. Robberies happen all the time. All the time, right? This is just another robbery to me. It's not that big a deal. It isn't. It's not worth arguing over. However, when I call it a robbery, I always get a proliferation of guys that show up in my comments. And they don't realize I'm doing this, that I'll respond to what they say with a section of the video. I won't even talk to them. I'll put the timestamp to respond to them, right? And every time they come back to my page to do that, it bumps up my metrics. Like, bro, I'm not arguing with you, bro. I'm just getting you to come back to my page so those commercials play and I get my money and you can believe whatever you like. I still gonna call it a robbery.
How are you? If we can come back to UK then, Jules, how are you watching fights tomorrow night? Then are you going to have 3 devices on all at the same time, or are you just going a bit of in and out and a bit of flipping up and down?
I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision which 2 cards I want to watch. I'm already settled on watching Wood versus Lara on my big TV, right? But I have to decide whether I want Conlon versus Lopez, which is a Queensbury show. Like, yeah, I like the main event, but the rest of the card is shit. Or do I go to because for those that don't know, here in America, they're not showing Okolie versus Probellum Smith on ESPN. You have to go to Fight TV. It's only $7. It's only $7. I got fucking $7. But do I want to pay to see Lawrence Okolie? That could be a bad move.
No,
it's worth the $7 just to watch Sam Eglinton and Joe Pigford. Sam Eglinton is always in a Fight of the Year candidate.
And I like the girl. I'm not gonna lie. I like the girl. I'm really high on Karis. I don't give a fuck. She's very fucking exciting. She's very mean. She cursed out a reporter earlier today. She made me a fan. I like that lady. Spicy.
Did Terry Arthur fight? Just remind me who Terry Arthur fight, and it changed, didn't it?
Yeah, but Terry, if you like, I'll say this: if you like one-sided beatings, like somebody really getting pasted, that's what that fight's gonna be. That girl's not on Terry's level at all. Wouldn't be surprised if Terry stops her. But if you like a good ass whooping, that's what that's gonna be. Terry's gonna fuck her up. Like she's
she looks good at this weight, doesn't she?
Looks fantastic. She's glowing. Even I didn't think it would work out so well for her at 154, but honestly, she looks fucking great. To me, she beat Hannah Rankin better than Clarissa did.
Does she beat Jonas at 154?
I can't talk. Look, I love Natasha, and nobody's ever gonna. I'm just gonna
she's not
love
watching.
her.
She probably is watching.
But I'm gonna love her anyway, and in case somebody says anything, I'm just gonna keep loving her. I just love Natasha Jonas, and nobody can. I can't see
that fight anyway.
I fucking love Natasha. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But the thing with them is, I just wonder what could have been said that Natasha took such great offense that she won't give them the satisfaction.
It's probably Joe. It's probably Joe. It's probably not Natasha. It'll be Joe.
I mean, does Joe really have that kind of control? Because when I spoke to Natasha, she said Joe don't make them decisions.
Oh, fair enough. Then. I don't know. It makes no sense, does it?
I mean, why do you think that's Liam Smith and Callum Smith left?
That's a good point. But Liam, maybe Liam with Callum. With Callum, I figured maybe, he loses the Canelo fight and he just felt like, okay, I suffered my first loss. It's time to change things. I kind of looked at it as that. I didn't really look at it as, Joe is being difficult. And I've spoken to Tasha at least 3 times. Broached that subject, I'm going to say at least 2 times. And she said the same answer every time, that people be putting shit on Joe, but Joe don't make them decisions.
Yeah, I do remember listening to her on your show saying stuff like that. Yeah,
that's what she told me. So I'm like, I'm gonna take her at her word because she fine as fuck, and then that's just the reality of shit.
Yeah, but he's gonna have influence, though. He's gonna have influence.
She's got a fight date. She's got a fight date booked, but no
she's
opponent.
fighting.
Is that right?
She's fighting on
the Savannah
on Savannah's show, and that's.
But we don't know who against.
No, that we don't. And I can't imagine who it is she's gonna be fighting. Like bro, it's a scarcity up there, bro.
It's at 54. It's definitely 154, isn't it? I don't know. Who could it be?
No, it's 54. She's got 3 belts, but I mean, I don't know of any mandatories in the queue that she has to fight. Oh.
Yeah, but she's turned down Terry Harper and Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, but the Clarissa Shields thing, look, I'm gonna be real, dog. See, my homegirl Katie, I fucking love you, Katie Taylor. Oh, that shit. Katie going up and fighting a girl that's bigger than her. Clarissa, you coming down. You debuted at 168. I didn't want Natasha to fight her. Like, bro, how is that an even fight? You literally debuted at super middleweight. Motherfucking little ass Natasha debuted as a fucking super featherweight. I don't care if she at 154. Ain't nobody dumb over here. You got a huge size advantage over this woman.
No, it just what weight was that?
It was supposed to. Then. It was supposed to be at 54 for Natasha's belt.
Is Clarissa going to cut a leg off?
She said she could make it, but my thing
no
is,
chance.
She said she could make it, but the shit is, even if you did make it, nobody is dumb over here. She's smaller than you are and older than you are. You not. If you so Billy Badass, yo, go up to heavyweight then. You know, because it's not a lot in between 168, 168 in women's divisions and heavyweight, it ain't a whole lot going on. You moving backwards. You going down since you debuted. You've been going down, not up, down. You debuted at 168, then you went to 60, then you went to 54, then back up to 60. And you was about to come back down to 54 for a girl who's really a 130. Come on. How is that like the same as Katie going up for Lenarda 2? When she fought Lenarda 2, who beat Alicia Baumgartner, she went up. She went up. She didn't go down. She went up. This past weekend, she went up for the undisputed champion, not down. She ain't out here fighting fucking featherweights and shit like that. Like, nah. And don't say nothing about no Serrano, because Serrano, she did win a title at 135 many, many years ago. So you can't say that, yeah, she picked somebody up that was from the lower weights. Like, nah, they even. And Serrano damn near knocked her out, by the way. Shout out to Amanda, who I love.
She's fighting Heather Hardy. What is that on DAZN in the UK? That,
but it's I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view just because I got it. You know, just because I got it. And most people ain't gonna understand that fight. I already know. Like, I already seen what people say. They not gonna understand. I ain't gonna say a lot neither. But I'm like, yo, she's a nice lady, man. That's all I can say.
You know, that shouldn't be pay-per-view, surely. Surely it's a.
Well, the pay-per-view is Jake versus Nate. You know,
sorry, yeah.
That's the main event.
Yeah,
and I'm buying it to support Amanda. I'm going to support Amanda. You know, she made a fan out of me. It was the Katie Taylor fight. I have to admit that I always had questions about Amanda because you could see that she was levels above the people that she was fighting, and the questions that I always had was, if she in there with somebody real, what's going to happen? And we saw what happened. She damn near knocked out Katie Taylor.
Too smart for the Hardy,
man, it's special, man. Shout out to Amanda Serrano, wherever you are. And
she'll smoke Heather Hardy, won't she, surely?
Oh, yeah, man. She beat the hell out of her before, but the thing is that I can't say too much of what I know, so I'll just say that, you know, I get it. I understand. I get it. People aren't going to get it, but I get it. I completely get it. I do. And I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I'm cool.
Yeah. But she's just returning a favor, is she?
Yeah. You know, and what people don't understand about them two fighters is that Amanda and Heather was around when it wasn't no money. They got long careers. They've been around for many years. The revolution that we seeing is recent. It's at the tail end of their careers. They didn't get to reap all of those benefits. So
does Lou DiBella still look after?
No,
Harder?
I don't think he looks after her no more. Actually, I don't.
I'm
not sure. I know that he did, but I'm not sure that she's with him now. I'm not sure. But, you know, like, I get it, man. I completely get it. I understand. Some things is for the fans, and some things is for the fighters. I get it.
Lou DiBella would have been fuming when that Katie Taylor Serrano fight run, wouldn't it? He'll have been fuming.
I mean, I feel like if you notice, the fight happened once Lou wasn't in the picture. Yeah. Well, that's one thing that always stood out to me, that when they finally got the fight done, you know, Jake was helping, and Jake was the one that was involved. He was filling the role that Lou was filling before. And I'm like, that's crazy that as soon as they removed Lou, the fight happened. You know, I don't want to read too much into that, but I mean, I did notice it. They're like, wow, as soon as Lou was out of that shit, they made the fight.
Whatever happened with Lou DiBella and Probellum?
Probellum went under, bro. Probellum went under.
Yeah, but now it's Disrupt, isn't it? It's Disrupt Boxing.
Remember, Richard Schaefer, who was the president of Probellum, he jumped ship months ago. He's based out of Canada now.
I interviewed him. He came across like a real cool guy.
He's a scum. I mean, that's how scumbags generally come across. I mean, like, well, if you met a scumbag that's disagreeable, how's he gonna con you?
Of course.
I mean,
Sporting has Disrupt even done anything yet, though? Apart from have that boxer complain.
All they've done is lose fighters. They haven't actually staged a show. They haven't staged a show. They haven't done a show. And there was this kid that the kid that Matchroom signed today, Rocky Hernandez. He was one of the last few fighters that they had approximately 2 weeks ago. He was trying to get out of his Disrupt Boxing contract because they ain't getting him no fight dates. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, if I ain't going to fight, then what the fuck? Y'all not letting me fight, and y'all not getting no fight. So what the fuck? So it looks like he got out of that. He's with Matchroom now. Shout out to Matchroom.
That's Disrupt. They did the Lewis Ritson O'Hara Davis fight. Unofficially, they did it. Unofficially.
Oh, wow.
Officially.
Sporting is Wasserman on DAZN now. Because there's that Josh Kelly.
It is on DAZN. It is on DAZN. They just.
Well, I thought they were exclusive with Channel 5.
Same thing. I had the same question.
Both. No, it's both. They're still working with Channel 5.
Hey, man. If I get to watch a little bit more boxing, I ain't gonna complain.
No, I'm not bothered what side it's on.
You know what I mean? Now, gentlemen, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I will be right back. I will allow some people on the panel. Y'all chop it up while I go smoke this cigarette. Trying down here, yo.
Right. Thank you very much for having me on.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
What is up? You all good?
Oh yeah. Just got home from work, caught the show. I'm a happy man.
hey, you think that we're gonna get to see Fury Joshua now?
I hope so, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath, man, because with Fury, he's all over the freaking. He's all over the map. So I mean, how many people has he been saying he's in talks with fighting? You know, he's gonna fight this guy, he's gonna fight that guy. So I mean, yeah, it would be nice to see him fight Joshua, but I'm not gonna count on it happening.
And who do you think he's gonna fight if he does fight in the summer?
You know, I got to be honest with you. I have no idea because I just at this point it's like, who knows? I mean, you may as well draw straws. That's about as accurate as you're going to get, I think.
You know what? I wouldn't be at all surprised if Fury does end up fighting Joshua just because he wants to disrupt the whole December show in Saudi.
Well, that's the fight he's always wanted. I mean, he's always been saying that for the longest. So, I mean, I don't know. And one thing I did notice, although it was a long time ago, he did kind of get into Joshua's head a bit at one point in time. So it makes it a little intriguing. A lot of people are saying that, you know, Joshua's just going to knock Fury out. But I don't know. We'll see, man. I mean, I think it should be a good fight. I really do. Especially where Joshua's at right now and where Fury's at, you know?
Well, if Joshua's ever going to turn it on, it has to be this one, doesn't it?
Yeah. If he fights Fury, he's definitely going to have to turn it on. You know,
I won't believe anything till they're in the ring.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was a little leery of him fighting Wilder though too, because even though he might beat Wilder and he'd probably outbox him, I just wondered if he could deal with if Wilder lands that right hand flush. Could he deal with that?
Yeah, but can he stay disciplined and not get landed on for 12 rounds?
Yeah, because I was almost thinking if they fight and Wilder actually gets a chance to land that right hand, I question whether he's going to survive that or not. You know.
Well, if Fury does end up fighting Joshua, we got Usyk with Dubois, so that's going to leave Wilder out there. Most likely, the best fight for Wilder is probably going to be Ruiz.
Yeah, but what's happening with that? Because they're doing the
I don't know.
WBC order that back in October.
I have no clue what's going on with the heavyweights right now, man. I'm hearing Saudi shit. Fury's rocking the boat, saying he's going to fight this guy, that guy. Now he sends a contract to Joshua, so I don't know what's going to happen. I know Dubois and Usyk, from what I understand, that fight's going to be announced. Am I wrong?
That fight's already
It's
August
in motion.
In is it Warsaw in Poland?
In Poland, okay, it's already in motion. Then okay, yeah. So we'll see what happens, man.
But we are hearing that potentially Dan Dubois may pull out of that fight. If he does, then Wilder is going to be ordered by the WBA to fight Usyk.
Oh, I would like to see that one.
It just seems to me like Fury doesn't want any parts of Usyk for some reason. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe he does, and maybe he's just pulling stuff, but he's not in a hurry to fight him. I'll say that.
No. But he was the same when it came to Joshua for Undisputed. It's like he's nervous of Undisputed.
I don't know, man. I think I would roll with Usyk in that fight. I know it's an uphill battle. I know Fury would be the favorite. I would just roll with Usyk on that one. I think he has the ability to outclass. I wouldn't say outclass him like that, but I think he'd have the ability to outpoint Fury for 12. He's got the stamina. He's got the ring IQ. He's got the ability to do it. It'd be tough. It's an uphill battle for sure, but I think Usyk can pull it off.
Well, the thing is, I think the other thing too is like, Fury did have trouble with what's his name, Steve Cunningham, and Usyk is way better than Steve Cunningham, and he's kind of like similar, and he's similar in size and everything, and so he might be.
Yeah, he had trouble with Wallin too. Out of Wallin, he had trouble with him.
Yeah, he doesn't want Alexander Usyk, fellas. I've been saying it. What did I say week after week? He wants Joshua before Usyk if he fights Usyk at all.
Yeah,
I don't want to say
the Joshua fight forever, Jules.
And I don't want to, because the next episode of the relay pertains to that. The next episode, so I don't want to get too into that. But I look at this as confirmation of what I already thought. Wants Joshua before Usyk if he fights Usyk at all. And it's more of the same with him. It's more of the same with him. Gentlemen, we have Errol Spence Jr. The fights of our lives. There's my fucking reverb. There it is. Fuck. There it is. All right. We have the fights of our lives. Fight we've been waiting for since we were children. Are you excited?
Not anymore.
Better late than never, I guess.
Not anymore. I got Crawford by either TKO or stoppage, but I'm not as thrilled anymore. I mean, they just took way too long and pulled too much bullshit.
Did they take the excitement away from it for you, country?
The PBC
yeah, he did. He did, because I mean, it would have been better. It would have been a much better fight before the accident. They should have fought. It would have been great. That would have been a fight to remember. Yeah. And now I think that's diminished a bit. And it's not taken away from Crawford or nothing, or Spence, but it just they waited too long and too much stuff happened. Now I got a question for you, George. Real quick, conspiracy theory time here a little bit. Do you think that they purposely put this off all this time with intending to use this fight at the very end when they were about to run out of money to try to snatch themselves from the jaws of, going away? I mean, do you think that's a possibility?
My theory is that it wasn't their initial plan to do this fight, and the evidence, at least for me, is what Tim Smith said at January of last year, He said he didn't think people would buy this fight. He said he thought there's no money in it and people will steal it. And given what Crawford wants, it's just not commercially viable. That's what Tim Smith said. That's not me, the content creator, saying that. That's literally what he said verbatim. And then when you think about how they played it late last year, as soon as late last year, it wasn't that long ago, you didn't even have a guarantee for Crawford. You didn't even have a guarantee. How do you expect to make an undisputed fight without a guarantee to the fighters? If Errol's supposed to be a cash cow and this is supposed to be this major fight, how does he not have a guarantee? Whereas you look over at what they did this year, oh, now he has a guarantee. And now there's a bilateral rematch clause that if the loser wants a rematch, it seems like you were a lot more accommodating this year than you were last year. So then you ask, okay, why? Showtime needs this fight. Yep. They need this fight. There are not that many big fights you can make. This is one of them. There's not that many out there.
And it's going to be an excellent weapon to use to show Paramount, look how good we did, look how much money it is to justify their existence, you know?
Thank you. That's always been my theory, that initially their plan may have been to go Errol's entire career without fighting Terence Crawford. That might have been their initial plan because that's how it reads. According to Terence Crawford himself, not me, you can believe him or you cannot believe him. What Al Heyman told him when he proposed that he have a fight last year, and I recorded the whole 20-minute video, Al Heyman told him, if you fight someone else, Errol's going to move on and he's going to make 7 figures fighting Keith Thurman. That's what Terence said. That's the ultimatum they gave him to dissuade him from having a tune-up fight last year. Obviously, he didn't listen to them, and time has proven him wise, because now he has fought in the last 12 months, and Errol hasn't.
I've never liked that no tune-up bullshit, clause they try to pull on him or anybody else. I mean, that is just so whack.
Just bullshit, bro. And it's weird because initially Ryan Garcia said something very similar, and I recorded it. It was on his Instagram live. I recorded it, that he said they told him, if you have any fights in between now and the Gervonta Davis fight, the fight is off. I don't know if he was joking. I don't know if he was lying. I just know that he said it. And that's the same thing that Crawford said he was told. It's the same thing. So,
don't you think that the PBC spent far too long to the point of discounting Terence Crawford when they didn't put him up as a welterweight world champion up on the screens, and when they had Manny Pacquiao there, Errol Spence there, and whoever the other one was, to the point where now people are going, well, actually, maybe Terence Crawford isn't a draw. Maybe Terence Crawford isn't that interesting. So,
I'll say, did they hurt the fight? In other words,
yeah,
I do think they hurt the fight. You can't spend 5 years telling your consumer base that we don't need this guy, that the WBO title ain't shit, that he didn't beat anybody, and think that you're building a super fight. No, because you're diminishing his value and his significance to the sport every single year. That's not the same thing as propping him up, saying, yeah, it's just Errol and Terence, they're the best. That's not what you were saying. You were saying, WBO, we don't even like the WBO. He didn't beat anybody. He didn't do anything. That's what they spent 4 or 5 years doing. It's kismet. It's karma that now you have to sell this motherfucker. You could have had Top Rank's help if you would have did it before. Now, it's all on you.
Jack,
better or worse.
Jack Nuff brings up a good point with his super chat. He says Errol will be coming off a 15-month layoff. Insane. I agree. That is insane. 15 months and you haven't fought?
Insane.
I mean, what do you expect to do?
I mean, they had time to slide in that Keith Thurman, mandatory, as a tune-up.
That's a very good point. They had that opportunity. They didn't want to take it.
And from the looks of it, the details of the deal, it looked like Bud is getting his way somewhat.
Yeah.
In the end.
I still don't get why Errol Spence Jr. is the A side, though. I don't get it.
Well, because he sold more at the box office. That's got to be the reason. I mean, if nothing else, that's the crutch that he has to stand on, that he has more belts, and he has sold more at the box office than Terence Crawford. So, that does give him some entitlements.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough ride. It's gonna be a rough ride for Spence in that fight. You're looking at a guy, at least for the X factors for me, from the outside, lifestyle and inactivity. with Spence. That's what I see.
Oh yeah.
At this level,
Rick Glacier says that he's cashing out. That his interpretation of Errol taking this fight is that there is no other big fight, which is true between 147 and 154. There is no other big fight, and at least according to Rick, in his view, Errol is cashing out.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Jules. Because, because Spence has no other options at this point. There's no other big fight for him to take. So it's like you might as well just fight Terrence. And now it's happening, and it's like, bro, you about to get your ass whooped. I'm sorry.
Hold on, guys, fellas. Not to think ahead, right? So could this mean that they could potentially be building up to Bud moving up to 154 to face Jamal?
Could be.
I don't think so. I think Jamal's going to end up going to 160. He ain't even fought Zoo yet.
I lean towards that because how long would it like he's got problems. One, Paco and the WBO, they're gonna do what they feel is right. They're gonna do what they feel is right. They've already given him an ultimatum, a deadline to fight Tim Tszyu after the Ocampo fight. And I'm just asking you guys, do you think he's gonna fight Tim Tszyu?
No.
Tim Tszyu's already had two or three fights.
Because I think. Because the thing is, I think that is this because I guess there's a bilateral rematch clause for this the Spence Crawford fight. So I know people who think that this fight won't even be competitive. Bud is going to blow him out and probably not even before the halfway stage. So if that happens and Bud just mollywops him, Spence might not even want the rematch. Then
he's going to fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Hey,
Jules.
You missed a super chat by the Gooch.
I got you. Let me go back up. Find the super chat from the Gooch. Try to find it. How could I have missed it?
You were talking, or you might have been when you went away.
There it is. There it is. I found it. Shout out to my man the Gooch. Did you see Andre talking crap again? Canelo ducking. Andre is a joke. Avoids Yanni Beck and Parker.
Oh my God!
I agree.
At this point, this dude is desperate. This dude is just desperate and wants attention at this point.
I'm gonna do a segment. I'm gonna do a segment on him because I have so much fun trashing him that I have any opportunity I get to trash him, I do, because I used to defend the guy, which is what pisses me off. I used to defend him. The last straw for me was really the Parker and Yanni Beck situation. That was the last straw for me. And I'm like, what am I defending, dog? I'm not this guy's fucking counselor. Not his fucking anything. I don't need to defend the dumb shit that he does. Fuck, bro, you never be in fights that nobody want to see. You acting like more people wanted to see you fight Nicholson than fight Yanni Beck. No, I don't give a fuck how bad or good Yanni Beck is. That was a better fight than what the fuck you been doing. Yeah, that was a better fight.
So it's the Parker fight.
And then you're gonna look at John Ryder crazy. Oh, we supposed to look at John Ryder. Yo, John Ryder did some shit that you wouldn't do. You didn't. You had that same opportunity first,
and you ducked it.
And that's what this Nimrods won't fucking get.
And you have the audacity to sit there and complain. I mean, you do. Come on, bro. Seriously.
Yeah,
he thinks he's like a special. A lot of the American fighters think they the special shit that they broke the mold, bro. You are 36, bro. You older than Canelo.
Let me ask you guys this question.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, man? What's up, country? What's up, guys? What's up, AJ? What's up, Jules?
Yo,
what's up, everybody? Yo, so does Terrence Crawford slave whip this man, or does he tar and feather him like the slaves used to get?
I mean, look, this is the thing. This is what's working for Spence, just being realistic. It takes Terrence Crawford approximately 3 rounds before he figures a guy out. I'll say 2 to 3 rounds before he starts letting him go. So Errol, if he gets off to a fast start, that will, help him. It's just that Errol doesn't normally come out guns blazing.
And that's going to make, if Errol comes out fast, you do remember Amir Khan came out fast. What happened that first round? He got dropped with that straight right hand.
Yeah.
Hey, people think Terrence Crawford can adjust to what you do. Terrence Crawford can come out fast and hurt people.
Yes, he can.
Too. So, like, I don't see any way that Errol Spence wins. I think he's depleted at the weight. I think the car got the best of him. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying this to
Carl whooped his ass. Carl whooped his ass. Carl whooped his ass. Unanimous decision.
Nah, that was a stoppage, bro. Like, the fuck?
Fellas, I just gotta say, I can't wait for all the excuses that the aerosexuals are gonna make once Arrow loses. It's gonna be.
He went through a fucking windshield.
His water was spiked. His costume was too heavy.
For real.
Yeah, Wilder 2.0.
He's gonna come out as a giant condom because he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
I told you to take that long, bro. I told you to take that long. Could have been did this,
bro. Hey, Julius, I'm about to. What do you think of that new signing, Matchroom? God, man, it seems like they're developing.
I think somebody at Matchroom watches the relay because I did a segment on Rocky Hernandez and a situation with Probellum / Disrupt. I said, you know what they're doing is fucked up. Like, if you're using him, then I understand that he's your fighter and he fights on your side of the street. But there is no side of the street with Disrupt. Y'all don't have no broadcast partner. Why y'all stopping this young man from getting money? It don't make no sense. Let him go.
Wow. It is wild.
Shit don't make no sense. Let him go. If you're not going to use him for nothing, let the motherfucker go. If Matchroom has dates and they want to use him, let them. What the fuck are you doing? You know? Shout out to Rocky Hernandez, yo.
And we got to fight. Bro, the same day we got to fight. He got a fight like up with Pacheco as that fight that Pacheco's in. That's a dangerous ass fight, bro.
It's Matchroom, motherfucker. They put motherfuckers in dangerous fights. They damn sure do.
And one thing about Matchroom,
like Gary Coley.
I'm trying to tell you that wasn't. Look, he didn't need to be in that fight, bro. He didn't need to be like, bro. You know he could draw. You know he got the Irish support behind him. Match him soft for a little while. I'm sorry, but yeah, match him soft.
No, like
I feel like he fought stupid. Yo.
Think about it like this: all the people that that guy lost to were elite level dudes. He lost to Pitbull Cruz. He lost to some other guy.
Was not elite.
All right, cool. So what?
Yeah. Hey.
Think about it. That's even better.
Pitbull is not elite.
Hey, Jules, that makes my point even better.
Pitbull is not elite. Stop it, Chris. Stop it.
So it's Gary Cully elite then for getting
I didn't say when the fuck in this broadcast did I say Gary Cully is elite?
But you're saying
you're
saying this guy can match this guy light against a guy that got beat up by Pitbull.
I said match the motherfucker soft.
Julius, I got a question for you. Before the stoppage, Jose, what did you pick? If they were to make that fight,
this why you gotta be careful around Polo. Because Polo just waiting for the moment that he can say, I picked somebody. I didn't pick nobody, dog. I didn't pick nobody. You can look at every broadcast I did. I didn't say shit. I didn't pick nobody.
No, I'm just talking shit. I'm just saying, before that fight, who would have you a favor, Coley or Pitbull Cruz? Before he lost, like before the...
I didn't think of them fighting, bro. Why would I think of Pitbull? Who turned down Ryan? Who turned down Shakur? Who turned down Rivera? Why would in my brain I be thinking, yeah, Pitbull gonna fight Gary Cully? He don't want to fight shit.
I mean, well, he's being put on reserve for Tank. That's why. So
that's what I thought. Like, bro, this dude is just not going to do nothing until he get another Tank fight. He gonna do nothing.
But he got a good fight. He got a good fight with Gio Cabrera, man.
Who the fuck is that?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck that is, bro.
Yo, Chris. He's better than Gary Coley for sure. All I know is,
bro, you acting like this the Gary Cully fan club to where like you saying it like if you say so, I'm like what Gary had? Like how many fights that kid had?
16. Come up with that shit, man.
Don't
you talk about Gary Cully like that? Don't you do like that?
You know what?
You had that reaction.
His ass is probably depleted. He need to take his ass up to 140. That's probably what he needs to do.
More bacon.
To be honest, I'm actually a fan of Gary Coley. I was actually kind of like disappointed because I think he.
Bro, how you been trying to trash this man for like the last 15 minutes, but now I'm a fan of Gary Coley.
No, what are you talking about? I like him, bro.
You know, Polo. This is like a trial. It's like you're on trial here and you're trying to explain yourself to the jury. Like,
I tell you, like, look, I like Gary Cully, but I ain't like him to where I'm imagining fights with Isaac. Like, nah, why the fuck would I be? Isaac don't want to fight people on his side of the street. He wants to fight Gary Cully.
Isaac lost all credibility when he ducked Shakur. I'm sorry.
He lost all credibility when he ducked Ryan, bro. That was last
Thank you.
year,
Exactly.
bro.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, the a boxing hipster.
The only reason why I brought that up was this: Jose Felix lost to Sandor Martin, Tyrone McKenna, Isaac Cruz, and some other dudes, and we thought Gary Cully was a up and coming prospect. And what Eddie Hearn said was this: "Yo, at this level, you're supposed to beat these guys, and if you don't, you're looking suspect out there." And that's that's what Eddie's been known for.
You know what, Gary?
It happens.
Chris. So the way
wasn't he at
Chris.
140 though? Wasn't he at 140 though? Like, let's be
Nah,
fair,
he
like,
about to go to 140. They said after the fight. You
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
Gary? They said Gary going up to 140 after the fight when he got knocked out. It said it's time. I seen a boxing scene article that said it's time for Gary Cully to go to 140.
No, I'm talking about Jose. I'm talking
Man,
about Jose. Like,
that always
I feel
seems
like,
to
be
be
fair,
the go-to excuse. If you lose or get knocked out, you're gonna move up. No.
Bro, but the dude is 6'2", bro. Like,
I
it
never
might
seen a
be
lightweight
time
that
to
tall.
go to 140, bro.
Yeah, but
I never seen a lightweight that tall, man.
That's what happened when Tommy Hearns lost to us.
Yes, the fuck you did, Jay. Masayoshi Nakatani, bro.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
How the fuck are you making this weight, bro?
Masayoshi, he was 5'10", though. He was tall, but he was 5'10". He was big.
Bro, that
he
dude was
big.
6'7", bro.
Fuck out of here.
Hey,
fuck out of here. Yo,
you're seeing all this shit about like people saying how Eddie Hearn is poor matchmaking with Gary Cully and.
Yo, they just want to take shots at Eddie, bro. Like Eddie, you need to hire me, bro. Because Frank got Deb Sonny out here talking all this shit. Dev can't talk shit better than me. I had him stuttering, bro. Go watch the Monday Night Smokes with my man KG, the comedian, and them, bro. Dev couldn't answer my questions, bro.
Yep.
If
Eddie's so poor, what would you call the PBC? Like
Eddie is Eddie is the motherfucking man, bro. All right, we winners out here. What the fuck we do is we fucking win, motherfucker. Win, you bitch.
I mean, look what just happened to Sebastian Fedora and Joey Spencer.
Yo, get Eddie Hearn on your show, bro. You get me tight with this. I've been asking you to get
because
this
what the fuck, like y'all act like Eddie is my neighbor. Like, yo, Eddie, you come over.
No, bro, but you think IFL can give better interviews than you? Real talk.
No, because IFL does not approach it from the perspective that I would, because I'm a fan of all of this shit. You know, I like Frank Warren for all his shitty undercards. I like Frank Warren. He's funny as fuck. Ain't no sunshine when he's no mandatory. I laugh my ass off.
Hey, Jules, you missed a chat from Jack Nuff just before this one.
I got you. Let me go back up.
Yo,
I like Frank. I love it all, bro. I love it all. Shout out to my man Jack Nuff. If Tim beats Jermell, is Bud versus? Oh yes, that's a fantastic fight.
Hell yeah.
What makes it a fantastic fight is that while Tim Tszyu is not as decorated or even as skilled as Terrence, he is bigger and he is younger and he is a pressure fighter. So you know he gonna try to put it on Terrence. And Terrence, to me, that would be another pound for pound moment for Terrence, because I'd pick Terrence to win that fight. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm not sure Jermell could beat that dude. I'm not saying no bold shit. Just saying Terrence is made out of a special gravy, a special concoction that's built to fuck you up. Terrence Crawford.
I give 50-50. Hey yo, hey, shout out to According to Boxing, y'all. Like who saw what he posted when Bud put Boots in his place, bro?
Bro,
I saw that.
I literally, he posted that. I rushed to the Bat Cave to make a video about it because I'm like, see, y'all like these fraudulent guys. Y'all like these fraudulent fighters, and the reason that you identify with them, I'm about to hit y'all with the knowledge. The reason you identify with a lot of fraudulent fucking people is because you're fraudulent. His fraudulence reflects your fraudulence. All some weak motherfuckers. I knew he was capping. Watch any video I did about Boots the last 12 months. I said, this dude is cap, bro. If you wanted Terrence, why the fuck you fighting in IBF eliminators? Make it make sense. Fighting in IBF eliminators, right? Clearly you ain't at the Terrence. What I see, you like saying his name a lot, but you ain't at the him.
It's the PBC way.
Shit.
But bro, when Boots said top of like, well, we've been wanting to fight since like 2018. And Terrence like, 2018? Hold on. He's like, bro, stop.
Cut the shit.
Stop.
Cut the shit.
Could you imagine Terrence Crawford? He beats Errol Spence Jr., becomes undisputed welterweight champion, moves up, beats Charlo or Tim Tszyu, and becomes undisputed there too?
Bruh.
I will tell you what will happen in the future. In the future, should Terrence Crawford succeed against Errol Spence, the slut of Texas, DeSoto, Texas, Errol Spence's fans will pour all their hopes in Jaron Boots Ennis, knowing that Terrence Crawford no longer has a reason to stay at welterweight. They will pour all their hopes and ambitions in Ennis so they can claim Terrence is avoiding him, when in reality, after the Errol Spence Jr. fight, why should Terrence Crawford stay at welterweight?
Why does he sound like Superman's dad in the original Superman movie there?
Jor-El.
Because I fucking love Marlon Brando,
And the funny
bro.
thing is,
I fucking love Brando, bro. I wish I looked like Brando was fucking a lot of broads, bro. Brando.
But he was also, and he was fucking the guys too.
Hey, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
He was, bro.
I'm not fucking, listen, all right, man, let me. I'm not fucking the guys, okay? I only want the vaginas. Give me the vaginas.
Eartha Kitt was making him have threesomes with men, bro.
Listen, as my people in the UK say, I'm all about the minge, bro. If you want to learn, minge is my new favorite word, and I am all about the minge. All right, I don't know. Fuck you. God bless the minge, bro. It tastes like copper.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on, Drew. I just want to say this real quick about Okolie. Like, see, what got him into trouble is so many things that a lot of tall fighters do nowadays. You sell out. You tall, but you fight small.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You fight like he 5'2", bro.
Thank you. I mean, like, dude, y'all need to stop. They need to stop doing that shit.
You know what he should have fought? They should have matched him with Francisco Vargas. That would have been a perfect, showcase. The problem is that guy that he was fighting was already, I think, at 140. So it's already he's fighting a guy bigger than him, like physically. And he's a puncher with 30 knockouts. I know that, sometimes the people that have a lot of knockouts, it's not like the best competition. But, bro, if you're a grown man knocking
it does show that at a certain level you have power. Like, if you see, I get you, Polo, that guy has, 30 fights.
Barroso's a perfect example. We were talking shit about...
Yeah, we... pero también yo dije la verdad. I said they're going to put that belt. They're going to put that belt. I thought it was going to be easier, de verdad, I thought it was going to be easier, pero sin embargo, yo no dije que, this fight is all about getting Rolly a belt. That's what it's all about.
But that's how trash Rolly is. He could even mollywop an old guy like
I picked Rolly. I just didn't think he would struggle like that. You could clearly see he was bothered by the power.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
También el venezolano, guys is tough over there, bro. Like, Venezuela's
what did I tell you? That socialism strength, bro.
Shut up to socialism. Shut up to socialism.
We don't get up to that here, dude. We're capitalist.
You're bogus. Hey,
you're crazy.
Julius,
can I give my take? Can I give my take?
And real quick, I just want to make sure y'all be careful if y'all fucking giving medicine to your dogs. I don't want y'all to test their
right. The dog ate my steroids.
Oh God, bro! Of all the excuses I've heard, like that's the best you can do.
You're talking about the
Gabriel. I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm gonna be real with you. It ain't a lot that woman could do to make me mad. That's all I got to say about that.
Man,
Oh, I don't give a fuck. You know how we feel on this channel, Jules. We don't give a fuck if everybody's juicing. It's just the excuses. You come on, bro. You could be smarter. There's a better excuse than that.
And I was rooting, and I was actually kind of. I like Hannah Gabriel. I was low key gonna root for her, but now it's like fuck.
Like I said, it's not a lot that Hannah can do to make me mad.
You simp.
I just want to say also too. Don't you notice how nobody's mad about Daniel Kinahan anymore? Now that the fight's made?
Didn't I tell everybody my man Danny is not getting extradited? I am sorry, guys, but the bad guy wins. What planet you think you on?
And we get in the fight because of DK.
Shout out to my man Sabab. He said it better than cocaine. Always wins, bro. It always wins. The fuck?
No, they've got the trial next year, in May 2024.
I know I'm coming here late, but so you're gonna do a video on Fury, Jules, or you just?
Listen. I did. That's why I'm not talking about him because I already did it, and I'm gonna upload it. There, I already see what the grift is, and I'm like, I want to save it because I put a lot of care and love in the video. But I'm just saying, man, ain't a lot Hannah could do to get me mad. I tell you that, motherfucker.
So I had a feeling he was going to do a video because as soon as AJ said and Eddie said like, "Oh, we're going to fight in August," 2 days later, look what the fuck happens. Fucking.
So, in other words, the same old song.
Same old salami, bro. Same old salami, different slice, bro.
Where's the gabagoo?
We're not going to talk about it. Watch the video. Let me give my take.
Now, everybody, it's 3 motherfucking shows in the United Kingdom. Shout out to the UK. Best boxing scene in the world right now. It's 3 shows. Conlon Lopez, Wood Lara.
Pause.
Okolie. You gonna put the Wood in Lara?
Jesus, man. I mean, bro, it's like, how can Lara shit the bed this bad already? I mean, for fuck's sake.
And we got Okolie, Smith. So out of those 3 shows, if you could only watch 2, which 2 would it be?
Jules, you already know what we're gonna choose, bro.
I know one of them.
Eddie Hearn, baby.
I want Okolie to do ratings. You know, I feel sorry for him.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Shout out to my man. Shout out to Sporting Icons, his homie. Steven Robinson, USSR. He will be fighting on the Josh Kelly undercard. I heard he was mistreated at Scott. That's the word around the campfire. They mistreating fighters over there. Ben, I got my eye on you, you weird motherfucker. Got my eye on him. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, is Steve Robinson the guy that looks like Ivan Drago's cousin?
Looks just like Ivan Drago. I swear to God, spit an image of Ivan. Like, literally looks just like Ivan Drago.
He's like 6'7" too, bro. That's a tall ass.
Well, that dude is mad big, bro.
He dies. He dies. He dies.
Oh, bro.
Happy belated birthday to Alicia Baumgartner. If we didn't wish
Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner.
Wait. Everybody, I gotta do this. Ready? On the count of 3. Happy birthday to you.
Are you doing too much, bro? I ain't about to be sitting here singing happy. Like, the fuck? You doing too much.
Yo. Julius. What?
Alhamdulillah. Did I say it right, Suab?
Alhamdulillah.
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 I really love how that sounds. It's a beautiful
praise
language,
God.
MashaAllah.
It's a beautiful. Listen, I have Judeo-Christian beliefs, but I can appreciate Muslim because it's a beautiful religion.
Subhanallah.
It's beautiful. I don't know what the fuck you said, but it sounds beautiful, bro.
All praises to God.
He said, "I don't know what the fuck you said, but
Alhamdulillah." That shit is a. I'm like, man, I might have to learn.
Now that I get a fucking chance to speak, let me just say this, yeah.
Praise God.
You know, Errol Spence but oh my God, it's gonna be a one-sided dominant fight, and Errol Spence is gonna get.
So why be still got 5 rounds? He's still round 5.
I still got 5 rounds, and it's gonna be a beating in round 5. And I have also said on Cham's channel, if Errol Spence beats Bud, I will happily, and I'm going to say on your panel as well, I will donate 10 G's to Errol Spence's favorite charity, the LGBT.
Oh, give it to me, you fucking idiot! I'm the one that's gonna need the money.
I'm putting
What the fuck
10
are you
G's on
giving
it.
him money for? Alhamdulillah.
I'm putting
Hey
10
man,
G's on
you
it.
give it to your fellow Brit, my man.
Yeah,
It's gonna go to his favorite charity.
Errol wins, so let me give him more money. The fuck?
He ain't going to him. He's going to his brother.
Jonathan Lamborena says, "I hope Lara knocks the two pass."
Jules, who the hell is gonna be able to? No,
toupee, bro.
Bro, that's what that
Julio
shit
in here?
looks like. Seriously, but oh my god.
Yo, he said the toupee, not toupee, my guy.
Now who is there for Errol to get ready? Spar to get ready for Crawford.
I mean, if you're gonna get ready for a
That switch
southpaw,
hits.
that switch. No. I mean, look. Nobody switch hits at the level of Terrence Crawford. So the best you can do is spar an orthodox fighter in a southpaw, a mobile one. So ideally, I would get a Michael McKinson and a Mean Machine. I would spar those two guys because you need somebody that has power, but you also need to get ready for a southpaw that's on the move. That's Michael McKinson and obviously Mean Machine. I know that he's not the spitting image of Crawford, but he is a hard puncher and he does apply pressure. So
we don't want Kavaliauskis fucking Spence eye up. We don't need that. We need somebody.
That's true.
Nah, bro, we don't need.
But also, I think it's not even close. That Crawford's stronger than that man too.
Oh yeah, I know he's stronger than that motherfucker, man. Like,
but y'all think Bud's not going to go for that eye in that fight? I would.
I mean, look, man. I'm not going to talk a lot of shit because another part of me realizes, listen, guys, this is a PBC show,
yes,
right? You motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine they pull a rollie on him, bro. Oh.
Well, it's a Vegas show. We just saw what Top Rank. We saw what Top Rank and PBC did in Vegas 2 weeks in a row.
Rob Lomachenko, guys. That's a fucking robbery. Motherfuckers, listen. If you don't think it was a robbery, right? You could think that. Stop trying to convince me of what you think. That's my whole thing, because you know what I think it is. It's a fucking robbery. It's simple.
Hey, all I know is Loma won.
Me too. Yeah, Loma, you won. I thought he won the fight. I thought he won.
Had that motherfucker 8-4, and I don't. Let me tell y'all. This is why I don't go back to rescore fights unless I'm going back and I don't remember the fight and I'm going in fresh. It don't make sense to go back and rescore it, because when you go back, you're literally looking to give a guy consideration. So if you doing that, then you already fucking up. The way you saw it on the night, that's the best. The way you saw it on the night.
Either that, or if it was too hard to score, that I could see it going back without looking.
All right, now that they shout out the country for that, because that's the only scenario where I think is permissible. If you just couldn't separate them, like let's say me and Country watching a fight, you couldn't separate them. Maybe you go back and look. My problem is that when you do that, you automatically lean in one direction, which is gonna affect how you score it. It's gonna affect it because you're gonna be like, I wasn't really paying attention to fighter A, so I'm gonna watch him. And then the whole time you looking at him, you giving him more consideration than you did the night of the fight.
And that's why I won't go back and watch a fight unless I know there's a they're gonna rematch. Let me go watch the fight again before they fight again.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm in the sizable minority. Not the sizable minority. I'm in the minority.
Devin didn't win the fight, Chris.
I had Haney winning.
Cut the fucking crap.
No.
I'm not here to. Hey guys, I'm not here to change your minds at all. I know better.
Haney didn't win that.
Well, here's the thing, Chris. You could have Haney win.
Have a rematch.
He didn't win that fight. Listen, motherfuckers. He modeled himself after Floyd Joy Mayweather. Well, you know what Floyd did in those situations? He had rematches.
But not like Chris. You could have Haney win, and that's fine. That still doesn't negate the blatant corruption of how they scored the fight.
It don't. But I did see that fight. A lot of the shots that that people counted for Loma, some did land, some didn't. But the shots that Haney did land, a lot of them just saying, "Oh, they weren't hard shots," so they still landed, bro.
But they still, you know what? They could land, but is that effective aggression?
I'm not even doing that. When I'm watching that fight, I see Haney head getting snapped back. I see Haney getting moved. That's what the fuck I see. That's what everybody saw. Loma won fight.
Exactly. Like, when you land, are you still the ring general after you land that punch?
I feel you on that. What? All for the punches I seen, it could have went either way. So, hey guys, let me tell you.
No, it couldn't. Loma won fight.
Yo, Jules, you seeing it 8-4-7-5? I don't.
Loma won fight.
Yo, Jules, I'm not disputing that you saying Loma won that fight. It could have easily went that way, bro. I did see the multiple left hands that snapped boy head back. But I also did see the body shots. I also did see the hooks Haney landed. I also did see the right hands that did not have the same amount of power, but they still did land.
Let me read the super chat. I got 2 super chats over here. Shout out to my man Napoli, who says, will Luis Lopez's unorthodox style and pressure wear Mick Conlon out, or will Mick's conditioning be top-notch to keep Lopez away and win the title? Well, I want to say this about Mick. Mick didn't let that loss to Lee Wood keep him out of action. He fought, 2-3 times since then?
Yeah.
He fought Miguel Mariaga. He fought another guy. And I think he fought another guy, too. Another guy. I think he fought like 3 times since the Wood fight. And that's important because he's staying active. He's staying busy. He's staying sharp. I wasn't impressed with Luis Lopez in the Warrington fight. Honestly, I think Mick Conlon, his fundamentals, he can beat him. I got Conlon winning tomorrow on points by hook or by crook.
But the thing is Conlon durable enough, bro? Think about it.
We thought Warrington, like, couldn't be real, bro. Warrington is more fragile than Conlon.
Yeah.
How so? He got hit by fucking Mauricio Lara, bro.
You see what happened to him, right?
Okay, bro, this guy got hit by Lee Wood. I'm telling you, if Lara hit Conlon with some of the shots that fucking Lara hit fucking Warrington with, Yeah, bro. I think Warrington is a little bit more.
Warrington's better than Conlon in my opinion.
I don't know about all that.
He's not better than Conlon.
He got better headbutts. He got better headbutts.
He got better pressure. I don't know, man. Conlon got stopped by Wood, bro.
But Chris,
he gassed out. He gassed out. I'll admit, he gassed out.
He was out. He was out in the ring, bro. Like he was.
But like Polo fellas, like Chris, you were just trying to explain why you thought Devin won, right? Like. The funny thing to me is like everybody who's explaining that, okay, you had him winning, fine, whatever. But when you say it could have went either way, but you still had one guy winning, that means it didn't go either way. You thought one guy won.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel where y'all coming.
And we had Loma winning. So
here's the thing: they need to run it back. Period,
guys, bro, because Loma was doing.
You know, I just want to say this real quick. Some people watch this fight, to rewatch it, just to rescore it, just to make sure. But I rewatch it just to enjoy, Loma whipping his ass.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I just think they should fight again.
Tell y'all something.
That's the only joy I had watching that fight.
This is gonna surprise you, Jules. After Junto's fight later on, I found out that Mr. Honda is not a fan of Junto adopting that style. He likes the traditional just fighters that use a 1-2. He doesn't like no banging inside, no 3-4 punch combinations. And I found that really surprising.
Tell Mr. Honda you're not fighting, so shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
But I found that hilarious because like when I talked to Junto's trainer, like Junto actually likes fighting. He likes like banging in there. So I'm working on an interview for you.
You expect you're gonna turn Junto Junto Nakatani? What was his name? Junto Nakatani into Ryoto Murata? Are you stupid?
And then remember when Murata lost that fight to what was his name? Brand?
To Rob Brandt on top.
If you watch that fight, he was only throwing a 1-2, and then they told us that like, bro, you can't beat him just throwing a fucking 1-2.
Bro, Junto need to keep doing what he's doing because that's how you make a U.S. debut. He hit that motherfucker with the whole. He hit that motherfucker with the whole sake, B. Like that shit.
He hit him with the power of fucking
Do he loaded up all of Japan in that punch, bro?
Yo, what I said?
Now, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and y'all motherfuckers cool out.
I ain't gonna
Man,
I
you know
knew
what?
Junto was going. I knew Junto was going to fuck up Andrew, but I didn't think it would be like that, man.
I'm telling you guys now, Loma
Yo,
and
this is what
Haney
Andrew
need
Maloney
to run it back, man.
They do,
need to have
country. They do.
That way it'll settle the score. We'll get a definite winner, and all this arguing between people will just stop.
And there's more money in it. They need to run back. There's more money in a
controversy.
rematch.
Controversy sells.
Yeah.
Justice for Andrew Maloney because they're still picking the pieces of him. You know,
I heard he's still in the shadow realm. Like anybody, he's trying to get out.
Yeah,
he's in the shadow, but his body is still in pieces, and they have good brand.
Yeah, that was bad. When he got hit with that dude, I said, God.
And the thing is, man, it didn't even have to get to that point because, fellas, wasn't we saying they should pull him out like before the 11th?
Yeah, they should have pulled him out way earlier, man. He got fucked up.
It didn't have to get to that point. It didn't have to get to that point.
Didn't they say that Maloney burst both his eardrums or something in that?
Yeah.
Oof. God.
No. Both his eardrums got bursted by Joshua Franco, not that guy.
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah,
I heard they said during the fight that he burst. I saw a thing where they were saying both his eardrums were burst in the fight with Nakatani, man.
I guess they were reburst.
I could be wrong. I don't know, but I mean that's what I heard. But either way, I mean they should have pulled him out way earlier. He got fucked up.
Guys, I got a question for you guys. Talking back of this Errol Spence and Bud fight, does anyone give any chance to Errol Spence winning besides being a robbery and all that nonsense?
No, none.
There's a chance it could be a robbery. I'm willing to die on that hill that Bud is going to stop him.
I think so,
bro. I've said, and I think there would not be a there would not be a rematch because I don't think.
I mean, I'll tell you what, man. This announcement of this fight really washed a really bad taste in my mouth with that fucking bullshit decision last Saturday. But it looms large this idea that it's still possible they could fuck him over. So he has to stop.
Hey, don't forget they might throw in Tony Weeks in there again.
Imagine Errol Spence.
You know what? I mean, like I don't know. Anybody know what happened to him? We'll probably see him pop up somewhere else. They gonna do nothing with him, probably. So
that's what I'm saying. Imagine Errol Spence gets knocked out and the ref goes to Errol Bud and just waves off Bud instead. That's it. You hurt my guy too much. You lost.
What other fights we got this weekend aside from the ones in the UK? Is there any here in America that we got going on?
Alexis Roach is fighting.
So who's Alexis Roach?
You know who Alexis Roach is, Chris.
Well,
who was he fighting though? I know
I'm sorry, Bob. I thought you said you know who he was.
Come on, bro.
He's fighting Anthony Young. I don't know who that is. I guess it's a takeover fight. So.
The cop still thinks that he could be Alexis Roach, which is so funny.
What a fucking oh my god! But this dude, he got to do brain damage. I think seriously.
That's funny. I don't think that way.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold my breath as far as Fury fight. They're saying that Fury's supposed to fight Joshua, but I'm not holding my breath, man.
Yeah,
we know where it is. Everybody in the fucking world knows where it is.
It's funny. Like, he goes to Australia, and now Jay Opataya and they think they're fighting Fury.
He's calling everyone out. Bro, I think he would dig out my dead grandma and say, "I'm gonna fight her next."
Yeah, would surprise me.
Yeah, so Joshua and White, and they're gonna fight regardless, right? So
yeah,
fuck it.
Whoever Joshua beats him again, it is what it is. So. If they do.
Buddy.
Talking of Joshua, saying December, I don't know what chance are they giving Wilder, bro. Wilder is finished. He's washed. Besides that right hand.
He's only doing this. He's only taking this fight for the money. He only wants to pay
that. They're leaning one way, that it's the power of Wilder. And I'm like, dude, this power is overrated, man.
Well, he's washed.
Yeah, the only fight for Wilder probably right now is going to be Ruiz. They're going to have to make that Ruiz fight depending on
he didn't want that. He didn't want that either. He walked away from that.
Yeah, that's the only other money fight I see.
The first solid blow that AJ lands on Wilder, man, his knees are going to burst.
Bro, he going to blow out a knee getting punched in the face. Shout out to the Gooch. The worst part about boxing are the robberies. That was Barroso's night to become a champion. and possibly change his family's. Yo, that's the facts though. Like, it's not getting said enough that like that was really that man last chance, bro.
So
that's
which is
really
worse?
what that was.
Which is worse, Devin Haney,
it was.
Lomachenko, or Rolly Romero, Ismael Barroso? Because what that Rolly Romero, Ismael Barroso shit, that's reprehensible. That should not.
That's definitely worse because
it's definitely that. It's definitely
one, Barroso was winning on the cards, and two, it's blatant corruption.
That's what that was. I mean, like honestly, I've been trying to think of like in my mind, like we've all seen our fair share of bad stoppages, but that's probably got to be up there with the worst of all time.
Even Richard Steele said that was a worse stoppage than Taylor fucking Chavez.
I would say so. Rolly wasn't landing nothing. How you stop a fight for punches that he not landing?
How do you stop a fight for the punches that the other guy's landing?
I mean, Jules eats his string cheese like a psychopath, bro.
I am a psychopath.
Hey, with that being said, do you guys feel that that fucking Rolly's gonna be forced to fight Davies, or you think they're gonna try and pull off the Ryan fight?
They'll find a way out. Davies ain't got no pull. Davies ain't got no pull. He could talk all that shit, but he ain't got no juice.
Yep.
No juice.
Didn't his manager? Manager say they're gonna seek legal action? But
if it was really about money, if it was really about the bread, like right now, even at 35, Devin would rematch Loma, or Tank would fight Loma or fucking Haney if it was about the bread.
That's kind of why I
does
feel,
not like his chances.
That's kind of why I feel that like Davis might fight whatchamacallit, because you need something that's gonna get money to shit on Davies. Feel me? You need something that's gonna get money. Like if you want the WBA to play ball, it gotta be a big enough fight that they on board. Like, all right, we'll hold this motherfucker off. Because really, you think they gonna strip Rolly to give it to O'Hara Davies? Really? Come on, B. Come on.
It's just like Rolly says. Nobody knows who O'Hara Davies is. So
and the angle they could play, like right now, Tank and Devin with the controversy, that's an easy done. I'd do 500,000, 500,000.
The controversy.
But if people are really going to pay to see if Loma potentially get robbed again?
No, I'm talking about if Tank really, Tank should be confident fighting Devin after that fight.
Look, this may sound like dope, but like I think Loma could just buy the fucking belts. You know, he could just order replicas off the fucking internet and just walk around and act like he's the undisputed champion. Just troll everybody.
Well, now, like, if they fight, let's say they make the fight in some universe, Tank is the sympathetic figure to see Devin get knocked out that people thought Devin robbed Loma.
Yeah, but the shit is you're not gonna get Devin in the ring for no peanuts neither, bro.
No. Yep. That fight he needs at least 5. If he got guaranteed 3.5 for this Loma fight, he need at least 5.5.
I'm saying.
Speaking of which, what were the purses? What were the purses? Anybody know?
I don't know, but I know that who mic is that, man? Y'all with these shitty ass mics. It brought in 150,000, which doesn't sound like a lot, right? But Devin did make money, just off the guarantee and whatever the upside was. It is different when ESPN does a pay-per-view. And I'm just saying that the reason I'm not confident that Gervonta will fight him is because you can't pay him peanuts. You can't pay him like he's Rolly. You can't pay him like he's Isaac. He been getting money. You think he gonna take scraps from you? Nah. So I don't think that fight is gonna happen between Devin and Gervonta, just because I don't think they're gonna pay him.
Julius, let's say
that's the case.
Wait.
Money fight is that rematch.
What up, Leo?
Or Lopez if he win.
Let's say Gervonta Davis will force his mandatory position against Devin Haney via the WBA regular title he has. How the split is going? How we look the split of the first split? How the money will be distributed? Because I believe that when the mandatory is decided, the split of the guarantees, the dinero garantizado is decided by the WBA in this case.
That's if it goes to a purse bid.
And we know it will.
No, it won't. I'm saying, like, y'all, like, you talking about the situation like it's a regular old run-of-the-mill situation. You talking about Gervonta and Devin. mandatory status, all that shit. To where Devin is supposed to get 75% of the pot, and Gervonta gonna get 25% of the pot. And we all know, we all smart up here. That shit will not happen.
No,
it will not happen.
What will happen is what they did again with how they fucked Dillian White. They'll create a bylaw to be like, we're gonna base the split off of the guy's revenue from their last X amount of fights, and that's why Tank will get the lion's share.
That's if they even, and that's if Gervonta pursues it. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I don't know, like, I'm not optimistic. You could call me stubborn, but it's like the only way you avoid the purse bid and avoid that purse split is to make him an offer. Because that's only if it go to a purse bid, right? That's really only if it, you can reach a deal amongst yourselves if y'all both like the numbers, if y'all make the numbers work for the both of y'all. But to make the numbers work for Devin, you can't pay that motherfucker like he Rolly Romero. He not gonna go for that. He been getting money.
And this is one of them situations. If I was, see, this is how I know they ain't really about their business. Like, Devin and Tank should be colluding with Eddie and Amir at the fucking skills channel. Like, look, buy this fucking fight.
I'm saying, bro, Gervonta is slow.
But like, he's not a hustler like that.
He's slow, and he on house arrest anyway. That motherfucker watching SpongeBob right now, bro. In Maryland, because the judge.
I'm ready.
Hey, the judge told him he got to do the house arrest in Maryland, not Florida. Well, no, not Atlanta, because he wanted to do it in Atlanta. Bro, that dude is up north right now watching cartoons, bro. That dude is a bozo. Like, dude is a bozo. Like, it is as simple as Drew said it. That like, you could have your people call, what's the dude's name? Amir? Call Amir. Start a dialogue so they can subsidize the fight, and it's not a financial strain on Showtime. You know what I mean? Like, you could do things like that. But these motherfuckers is not hustlers. They're barely fighters. Like, bro, come on now. You really think, even with how Devin looked against Loma, I would still pick Devin to beat him. Like, bro, you're not Loma because you don't even throw that many punches. It's not the same fight. The only thing you and Loma got in common is y'all both lead with the same hand. You wait for an opportunity. You wait for a mistake to throw a punch. He opens up the fighter with combinations, changing the cadence of the punches, so you get him worrying about this hand, so you can pop him with that one, or get him worrying about this, so you can pop him with an uppercut. Like, that's how Loma fight. It's all about diversions and distractions. With Gervonta, it's a lot more simple. He waits for you to make a mistake, or he waits for you to commit to a punch. Devin not going to do that. Like, for all the shit I'm giving him, I know Devin not going to do that. Devin is going to stay behind his jab, keep it long, pause, and keep it loose and on the outside, because he knows I'm taller than you, bro. You got to get close to me. You might try to come in. I'll take a half step back, jab the shit out of you, bro. Yeah, maybe if Gervonta land, he probably could take him out. But don't forget, this the same guy that needed 12 rounds for Gamboa. 12, bro. For Gamboa on one leg. Come on.
But I think they wouldn't give Haney the decision.
Oh, no, they wouldn't. But it's too much of
but
a
like we said, Drew, they're not hustlers. Like, Amir of Saudi could call Julius tomorrow. Like, look, we want you to move to Saudi and host our weekly boxing.
I'm on a plane.
He's out. I'm out.
I'm on a plane eating pussy with hair on. No, I'm just playing. I wouldn't.
Alhamdulillah.
Ew.
That's how you start off.
I'm not gonna do that. That's disrespectful.
That's how you start off your bars.
If they gave Jules an offer to move there, Saudi, he's becoming Muslim.
Nah, I don't know about all.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know about all that. Now let me read this super chat. Chavez versus Taylor stoppage. The minute Lou Duva jumped onto the apron, fight is over. Same as throwing a towel. Great stoppage. I'll say this. Even as bad as that stoppage was, and I do think that was a bad stoppage. I believe that was still.
I don't at all, man. It was legit.
Getting fucked up. I get that. Because he was getting fucked up in that corner. Don't get it twisted.
Hindsight.
Well, no, but the problem it wasn't that he was. It wasn't. The problem was that he failed to respond.
There's two people talking at the same time. Y'all gotta let each other talk. Go ahead.
Sorry, man. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You saying?
he failed to respond when he was asked the question. He failed to respond. That's why it got stopped. If he would have responded, that fight wouldn't have got stopped. And it's not the referee's job to be a timekeeper, okay? They got a timekeeper. So that was a legitimate stoppage. It was a battle of attrition. Chavez was losing, getting a boxing lesson. But what people didn't realize, what Chavez was doing was beating it out of him, and he was playing a game of beat the clock. And he barely threaded the needle and beat the clock and fucked him up to the point that he couldn't respond properly.
Who thinks it was? Who on the panel thinks it was a bad stoppage?
At the time when I saw it, it was a bad stoppage. But what Country said, ultimately, it's a good stoppage because look what happened to Meldrick Taylor, bro. Look what happened to him.
That's true.
Really, look.
Do you think it would have been different if he won the fight, Chris? Do you think it would have been different if he won the fight?
I don't know. Think about it like this: the endorphins of you winning. I don't know what it would have done to his body to say like, "Hey, I've won this fight. It's not as bad as the beating that I really did get." But think about it like that: there's people who've won fights, and also they haven't been the same afterwards, bro. Too.
Look, but put it this way: you with a joint, right? Dick hard, shit is going down. You don't nut, blue balls. You do nut, good sleep. Winning matters. If winning is jizzing, winning matters.
And as funny as that fucking analogy is, that's the truth, though. That ass is the fucking truth, though. That, like, literally, the fact that Meldrick Taylor was beating a guy that was undefeated and was pound for pound #1 and doing that well against him and shit. Yo, had he won, it probably would have been able to spur him on to have a better career. But ultimately, when you take shots like that, Jules, you never the same afterwards. You never.
No, I hear you. I hear both of you there, and I hear you. Like I do. Like yo, dog. But you even if you would have won, you still got hit. To lose something,
you still got beat the fuck up, bro. I mean, Jules, can you bring up the super chat again? I want to read something that the guy said.
Let me see. Hold up.
Georgie
the last one?
Oh yeah, the last one that was up.
All right.
Georgie Benton.
All right, he says the minute Lou Duva jumped on the apron, the fight is over. Well, he only did that after the fight was stopped, right? I mean, he didn't do that during.
Yeah, he didn't do that during the fight. Richard still looked at him and waved it off.
Then that's what I remember. That's what Lou got in his face after that. That's what I remember. So
all I'm gonna say is this: once Georgie Benton told Meldrick Taylor, "Yo, bro, you fighting too much and you letting the pace get to you," that's when Meldrick said like, "Yo, I gotta draw that line in the sand because this hard punching motherfucker is fucking me up." Yo, bro, he was winning these fights, but like, yo, bro, even if this would have went to 12 rounds and shit, hey, it could have been 7-5, Meldrick Taylor, a clear 7-5. But if they would have gave it to fucking Chavez, they would have called it a robbery. But hey, would it really been thought as a robbery if you would have saw fucking the state of Meldrick Taylor after that fight? You feel me?
Well, no. Of course, two of the judges had Meldrick up. He would have won. Had it went the distance, he would have won
12.
Yeah,
if they didn't stop it, he would have won, but they stopped it. But the thing is,
you gotta remember that's after 11 rounds. The last round, he gets knocked down. So it's plausible to think, oh, cool, he's up on these last two.
I mean, we can't apply that formula because then that's Billy Conn, Joe Louis all over again. And yeah, if it was a 12-round fight, Billy Conn would have won, but it wasn't a 12-round fight. It wasn't.
But this fight we're talking about is a 12-round fight. Funny.
No, I'm just saying that you saying that if it would have went the distance, right? I'm saying if Billy Conn would have went the distance with Joe, he would have won. Basically, he would have won because he was up on the judges' scorecards. It was a 15-round fight. He was up in the 12th round going into the 13th round. Yeah, so if it goes the distance, Billy Conn wins. But if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle.
Uncle, I feel you.
Real quick though, the real tragedy is that they let him keep fighting after that, and he ended up getting some serious brain damage over that. It was horrible.
Think about it. You know what really did his career in? Fighting Terry Norris at 154. Did they not see how bad Terry Norris was doing people after the Julian Jackson fight?
Terry Norris was a bad motherfucker, yo.
Yeah,
Abel Sanchez just had that motherfucker beating motherfuckers up.
Yeah,
that motherfucker beat up.
You know, Abel don't like defense.
From 1990 all the way down to like fucking 98, bro. That guy was beating the shit out of people. So like, yo, look what he did to fucking Donald Curry. Look what he did to Meldrick Taylor. Like, Meldrick Taylor should never have fought that dude. That fight, if you're talking about, yo, the prime was beaten out of him, the first Chavez fight, I give you that. His career was ended after fucking.
It's that analogy. Chavez pushed him to the edge of the cliff. Terry Norris threw him over.
Pushed him, yeah, pushed him.
No. Not that he just pushed him over. He balled him up and threw him.
He put him in a spitball.
No. He did that. He did that 300, kicked that motherfucker down.
This is
Sparta.
For real, yo. Like,
but like, yo, why would you put your charge in with a guy like that? Sure, he's a 2-weight world champion. Because after the Chavez fight, I think he won at 147. Right? He beat, I think, Aaron Davis. Yo, bro, he's still fucking damaged goods, bro. Like, do you see how he speaks today? They said he looked homeless, bro. Like, who wants to live that way, bro? Like, a lot of my favorite boxers that I grew up watching, I feel for them. I know they chose I chose this life, and this was the life that was given to them. But like, some of the shit you watch is just like, damn, bro. All that hard work, all that energy you spent perfecting your craft meticulously, just for you to live the way you live.
But think about it this way,
bro.
Apply it to non-boxers, right? You got young motherfuckers that get into shit as young adults, and they end up drug addicts. It is the same underlying principle. It is. It's a cold, cold world. Take care of yourself. It's the first thing they tell you. Protect yourself at all times. Not everybody that boxed. Like, I'm shocked that Sugar Ray Leonard was in the wars that he was in and still has all his faculties. I'm shocked that Roberto Duran, bruh, he still has all his faculties, even here today as an old man. Same with Chavez.
I'm more shocked with Duran, but I can't really be more shocked with Duran because at this time, though, Duran, the majority of his career at 35, the only person that really put hands on him prior to fucking Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearn.
It's just that it's a lot of fights, Chris.
No, dude,
look, it's a lot of fucking fights, bro.
Think about it. If you're making people miss damn near, if you're making people miss the majority of their shots, right? Because let's look at it. People, if you have a good fight and you win it and you're dominant, you're landing half of your shots, right? So the person that throwing shots at you, it's not landing at the same clip as you. At least they're probably landing 20% of their shots, or like probably.
How many fights did Duran have? Like over 60 is some crazy ass number. You said it for me, bro. About a hundo fights, bro. That he out here still talking shit. Yeah, that's fucking incredible.
But the thing is, dude's defense. One thing about him, bro, like, yo, Ray Leonard said, yo, this guy's defense was as good as Benitez. And you know how Wilfred Benitez gave it up in that ring.
And that's not even counting the fights in the gym, the fights in the streets, the fights in
the
jail,
sparring, the preparation, the camps, the cocaine, all of it, bro. That man is.
Why you not slid in the cocaine?
I'm saying, bro, it's a lot of shit, bro. You ain't just fighting in the ring.
Shit.
That's all the pussy he was getting the day before the fight, all that shit.
Oh, that's a lot of shit, bro.
That does add up, but please understand this. If you have a craft and you're good at that craft, for the most part, you're gonna be all right. But like people like Tommy Hearn, there's no way he should have fucking brain damage when you had the
I
most
think it's specific to the individual. I honestly believe that, look, some motherfuckers is more durable than others. Sugar proved to be more durable over time than Tommy, even though Tommy was bigger. That's what I see. That maybe is specific to the individual, because Sugar was in the same kind of wars as Tommy, but he regular.
Now, let me ask you this, Chris. All you guys that are in NYC, is that true that huge migrant hotel is going down right there right now? It's like a war zone?
It has to be, because I'm not in the fucking city, bro. I'm in the outskirts, bro.
He in Long Island. He not in Manhattan.
Okay, no, I just saw like the news. I'm like, damn, they did it like downtown LA. There's these fucking hotels just full of fucking poor and fucking.
I mean, I know there was a hotel. There was a hotel all the way downtown. It was a cheap joint. I would only take joints there. Like if nothing else, if we weren't near nothing, because this shit was a roach motel, bro. And I don't know if that's the hotel. Like, how far downtown we talking? Like, what, 14th Street?
Hold on, let me check.
Flat out, like where the flat out, like where the cobblestones. There's a hotel I used to go to. Obviously, this is over 10 years ago, and this is all the way downtown. The streets is cobblestone. You know,
yeah, near the cobblestones, right? Yeah.
In the meatpacking district. Pause, but that's what the fuck that shit is. It's the meatpacking district. It's a cheap hotel there. Like a lot of foreigners and drug addicts would use that shit. I would use that shit if I don't feel like paying for a good motel. A good hotel, I should say. And you get some brain in there and all that good shit. And I'm wondering, is that the hotel? Because that's probably the cheapest hotel in all of Manhattan. Everything else costs, bro. Don't get it twisted. Manhattan was a motherfucker then. It's worse now. I can only imagine. This shit was expensive then.
It's on 8th Avenue.
And that's not it. 8th Avenue and what?
I'll tell you right now.
You could only mean one thing. It's straight off the Port Authority.
8th and 45th.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Bro, who be in there? Like, who be in there?
All the motherfuckers that the Texas dude sent from Texas to New York, they shut that hotel down and putting everybody up in that hotel.
Wow. You talking about everybody they let over the border?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and they're destroying the hotel up there and everything. I heard a bunch of stuff.
Bro, I don't know. I can only say this. That's not a good idea. You look at what's going on in Sweden. They decided to take in all them refugees. They ended up with more people than they could control. And Sweden is a far cry from what it was when I was growing up. I remember I used to hear about how good Sweden was and how nice it was. That shit is it's a rap for that shit country. It's a rap.
But understand this. Remember, whenever you sending out like the refugees or stuff like that, like when Castro sent out the Cubans, was he sending out the best Cubans or was he sending out the dregs?
Refuse, bro. The refuse. Like, why are we even doing this? Why are we even doing this when we got all these problems? We don't need to, like, look, America's a weird place because I see the stance that other countries take when it comes to shit, and motherfucker can't say nothing. You can't tell them about, like, no, motherfucker. Like, Germany got they shit like, no, motherfucker. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Most other countries are like that. Why the fuck are we being guilt tripped? This is not good for us. We don't know who we're letting in.
That's that woke, politically correct bullshit. You know, oh Lord Kumbaya, everybody needs this and that. Nah, man.
We also gotta understand this.
You don't know who we letting in this motherfucker, man.
We also gotta understand this. This is an immigrant country by its definition, bro. Like none of us really emanate from here, bro. So
I'm not saying that we do, bro, but this is not like
I know what you're coming from, bro. I know what you're coming from because
motherfuckers act some type of way all the time when it comes to their shit. Motherfucker tell you no, we don't do that over here. What the fuck don't you understand? If you want to do A, B, C, and D, then you need to go somewhere else. Other nations, they don't feel this obligation that America has. And I'm like, look, this is fucking dangerous, bro. You don't know what the fuck you letting in here. You don't know.
Case in point, like out here in LA, like we know the immigrants that are coming to work. It's the motherfuckers that are not coming here to work. Like, nah, bro, we don't. That street shit, you how you guys act in the streets in El Salvador? We don't play that shit here, bro. Nah.
I tell you, like that New York gonna fall, bro, and I ain't even worried about it. Like I said, bro, if worse come to worse, I'm gonna move next door to Leo. And I don't give a shit. I speak Spanish and all that.
And Leo has been holding out.
Don't come to the West. Don't come to the West.
Leo's been holding out, Jules, because I told you, Chilean women, top tier.
I'm about to be out there eating Chilean sea bass, bro. When it go down, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Chile, bro. I'm in fucking Chile. That's a first world country, bro. I'm gonna go over there, sell cocaine, all the stuff, bro. I fucking don't know, right? Because the things that this country is doing. It's scary, bro. Like motherfuckers don't think like, nah, man. It's scary, man. Some shit could go down. Y'all motherfuckers on some other shit.
Heard about Elon Musk Neuralink trials coming soon?
That they about to start putting computers in motherfucking dome piece, bro.
Fuck that shit.
Little microchip in their brain. Bro. What the fuck do I need with a microchip in my brain for what? So I can watch Google ads? That's what y'all gonna put in that shit. It's gonna be commercials that I can't get away from.
I can't skip these fucking ads. Like, what the fuck?
I can't skip these ads, bro. Like, nah, y'all
you
like
know the safety issue that could arise from that. Like, it could fry in your fucking brain.
That shit could
Never
blow
thought
up.
about that crap.
Shit
Yo,
could
you
blow
guys
up.
ever see a movie called
He's a James Bond villain, bro. He's a cartoon. I don't know why people take him seriously.
There's a movie called The Belko Experiment that basically broke this down. So the premise of this movie was this: you have a whole bunch of workers that are high class workers that, you know, they wake up groggy as fuck, right? But there's a chip implanted in the back of their heads. And if they don't do anything, if they don't do the specific said command from the loudspeaker, because, you know, this is a controlled environment, and the people are controlling this environment are in CCTV stations and stuff. But back to what I was saying, if they don't, you know, do what they're told or comply, the chip in the back of their head gets turned on and their head blows off. And they've been doing this and doing this and doing this. And the people who survived it weren't the people who took the chip. And they end up going to finding the CCTV towers and stations and shit just to see that no one was there. And there was this shows that mad people had this thing on and they were, you know, monitoring it from all across the world. So shit like that is possible because, you know, the funny thing is the day after I watched that movie, I was on my mom showed me something on PBS stating that, yo, there's people in Wisconsin that got the microchip in their fucking hand. And you know, the last thing that they said in that fucking thing, they said this, yo, the people said this, yo, the microchip, we do not know how to get it out of you once we implant it in you.
Bro,
So
motherfucker gonna have to come in here and like
you have to kill me.
Like, because ain't nothing appealing about that shit. I see the therapist that hate men. She about to start an OnlyFans, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see them long ass titties.
Oh wow!
Then them exclamation point ass titties.
Got them dog nose titties, B. Like, nah, bitch. What kind of
who's getting an OnlyFans?
You remember the therapist that she hate men and she got fired from being a therapist because she kept talking about the men that come to her for therapy. The weird looking bitch, man, and she always looked unstable. The therapy TikTok bitch.
Was
she of African American descent? Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm a birth. Yeah, I know her. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck would a motherfucker pay?
Down, but I still don't know. There's plenty of them.
Fuck would a motherfucker pay for OnlyFans for your average 8th Ave looking bitch? You got to be all. I don't even understand. Like I don't understand OnlyFans. I don't even know how that shit is possible. Porn is free. Why would you subscribe to this specific person?
I mean, plus, if you want to see nude photos, all you got to do is Google them and then, like, titties all over.
Really, like, what is that? Some stalker shit? Like, it's not enough. You could literally Google nude shit, porno shit, bitches sucking dick. That's the era we in. It has to be this specific broad, though.
Some people just tricks, bro, and you can't control the niggas. Just leave them niggas be.
That shit crazy to me, man.
Yo,
I don't know, Julius. You have to ask Ebony about.
Yo, bro, Jules, there's no intelligible reason why these niggas is doing this, but yo,
I don't understand, my guy. Like, I'm like, yo, take that money that you spending every month, get you a prostitute if you can. Because shit people do don't make sense to me, bro. Like, bro, you obviously hot, right? Hey, yo, go pay for some bitch to suck your dick. What's the problem? It's like you giving that money. I don't understand, bro. I don't really understand what's going on no more, bro.
Shit crazy, bro.
Shit is crazy. Like, you really could go, like, yo, if nothing else, bro, you get you a hooker. Or go to a strip club. At least the fucking titties is there. That you ain't just gotta look at them on the screen. The titties is there.
Hey, fellas, y'all want to hear a mic drop?
Yeah.
I've never been to a strip club.
It's not like depends on.
Whenever I tell people that, it's like, what? You've never been? I'm like,
you know what? You ain't missing much, man.
You really
just
ain't.
trying to take your money.
Yeah, like you ain't missing a lot. It's something to do. It's something to do. Like it's just something to do. But if you want to be real, it's not a far cry from going to a beach. Bitches is half naked at the beach, right? Yeah, bitches is
that's true. Yeah,
there's plenty of strip clubs that they don't. I've been to strip clubs where they allow full front too, but I've been to strip clubs where they don't, where they at least got to have something over the nipple. Like I remember Sin City was like that. Like I think they had to have something over the nipple. Like you still see the whole titty, but it'd be something on the nipple. Like ain't missing a lot, bro. Like
honestly, I haven't went because like y'all remember that movie? What's that movie Shazam?
Mm-hmm.
When he was playing with his powers and he got hella money from the ATM. Then he went to strip club with his little friend. Then he was in there for he wasn't even in there for 5 minutes. Then he comes out. What happened? Oh, we need more money. Well, you were in there for like 5 minutes. Yeah, but they were very convincing. And I'm like, yeah, that's me if I go.
Dude, they're trying to sell you a bottle of champagne for like $50, $60 and it ain't even worth it.
I'll tell you what, like it's better go in there with mad ones. Just go in there with mad ones. You can get a lot. You get somewhere with a couple of ones, bro. Like you ain't gotta go in there like you Daddy Warbucks throwing 20s and all of that at these bitches. Like, nah, you bugging, bitch. You gonna earn this with George Washington.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna look at the fucking trick, bro. And these niggas
earn this.
Pay for it's not a Heineken.
That shit killed me, bro. Cause you go right outside that strip club to the bodega, and that same Haney is like $1 and change.
Bro.
That shit is crazy, bro. Like I don't understand it.
Yo, bro,
they're literally charging like $6. They're literally charging $6.45 for fucking water. It's like you can get a case of that shit at the store for like.
You can get 2 40s for the price of one beer in the club. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
The way I would do things, we would pregame. We'll get saucy before we go, and I will buy 1 Corona when I get there and nurse it, just because I want something to drink. I want it, to have that. But of it, like, nah, you bugging, bitch. $7, $6 for a Roni? Y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
You don't get the fuck away from me, bitch.
Real, like, y'all motherfuckers are crazy.
Oh no, there's an easy way to get them to leave you alone. Just tell them you ain't got no money. They'll leave you alone real quick.
Oh, but if you want them to leave you alone, then what the fuck you doing there?
Like what I meant is like if you don't leave me alone with this motherfucking giving me this like fucking $7 for a beer, bro. $7 fucking for a beer. Are we really fucking?
You know what I'm gonna say? Suck my dick 7 times.
7 times. How about
that? Fuck that shit, bro. But now strip clubs it's fun. Don't get it twisted. It's fun.
Are they overrated?
It's because I think that for those that have never been, you kind of think of it as being in the same realm as like, I don't know, like trying to pull bitches. And nah, it's not that. If you want to pull bitches, go to the club or go to a lounge because it's not that. If your poly game's strong enough, though, you could get a stripper. A lot of them are real smart and cool to talk to, just regular. I used to go to Sin City regularly because it was local. It was right near Manhattan. It's in the Bronx. And they had a back part. You could talk to the bitches. They be back there smoking, poly with the bitches, titty out of. It's regular, but it's like I never went to a strip club with the inclination like, yeah, I'm gonna get some head. Like, nah, that's not really why I'm here. Like, I'm just chilling. Like, it's like something to do, like bowling. You know what I mean?
Fucking ambiance. You're there for
it's the decorum. Like, I ain't really going over there to like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the stripper bitch. Like,
some of them broads are a trip. I serviced a strip club one time when they were like, open. I was doing pest control and I had to go there. I walked back there, all of them joints were back there. They're all sitting there half clad, talking shit, doing this and that. And it was wild, dude.
A lot of them smart because what I noticed is a lot of them was in college. Some of them were law students getting ready to take the bar. Like, I mean,
smart motherfuckers, like you would never.
Yeah, I saw the backstage too because I drilled a peephole in the wall. But
it's not even. It's just I don't think people realize it's like it's not how people met. Like It ain't like you gonna go over there and get a blowjob. Now you want to get a blowjob, go to Hunt's Point. If you really need it, like, all right, then
you really need it like that, bro.
And I would not recommend that.
Beware.
I got a question though. What time are the UK boxing cards coming on tomorrow, man? Because I got to work today, and I might miss them and shit. I'm kind of worried about that.
On the East Coast, it's 2 to 3, same as always, 2 to 3 p.m. Like, you know, the prelim cards is gonna be at 2. The main cards will start around 3 to 4 on the East Coast. I'm saying I don't know about the West because you got 3 hours behind, but it's same time as always, bro. It's just that they all happening at the same time, more or less, happening at the same time. They tried to tweak the hours a bit for the main events because they don't want those to clash. But it's like, bro, you're gonna have to choose. One of them is not gonna get watched.
So
you can't really watch. You can have 3 things on at the same time, but if you do, are you really watching?
So what's the lineup again on the fights tomorrow that we're looking at?
Conlon Lopez for the IBF, Lara Wood 2 and for the WBA, and Okolie Billum Smith for the BO. That's a pay-per-view for us though, country. It's $7 on fight. It's not a lot of money.
Oh, that ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing, you know, but it's just that one, that's the one that you have to pay for because the other one is going to be, the other 2 is part of your regular subscription.
I think Wood's going to get knocked out again.
Same shit I'm like, bro, that dude, like, you was winning, bro. Wood was winning that fight, and then one left hook.
Now Lara's coming in heavier. It's like,
wait a minute. The Okolie fight is a pay-per-view?
Yeah, $7, bro.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm like, I'm like, bro, everybody on this panel can buy that. It's just that it's Lawrence Okolie, though. That's the problem. They're like, you go.
I mean, Jules, we could buy it. I mean, we could buy it, but it's like, should I get the NyQuil or what?
Yeah,
well,
pre-inflation, that shit would have been like $3.
You might not need NyQuil.
No, I mean, if not for inflation, they'd be paying us to watch that fucking shit. You wanna watch this shit? $7.
Fucking Lars O'Quaalude.
For real, like, because of Chris, you know how he fight. Because Chris is an action guy, like he's fun to watch. So there is a possibility that because they're stablemates, because they know each other, and because Chris is an action guy, maybe he can make it a fun fight. But Lawrence is just a boring motherfucker to watch, man. Like, yeah, yo.
But when he was exciting under fucking Shane McGuigan. He just wanted to fucking leave and regress back to his style. But like I say this, once Lawrence Okolie left Barry Robinson, his fucking whole fight game is just, you know.
I mean, be real, Chris. Like, he didn't look fan. It was only one fight with Shane, one, where he was like, oh, he's showing a jab more. He's showing a jab more. All the other ones, like the one with the Polish guy. Remember the Polish guy, CS Slack?
Yeah.
That shit was boring, bro.
No, you remember when the fight prior to him winning the BO, when he punched that dude in the head and that motherfucker had the seizure standing the fuck up?
Chris, you're wrong about that. I think Barry Robinson made Lawrence Okolie as he is now.
Yeah, but at the end,
because that's the way he fights. That's the way Barry Robinson teaches his fighters.
And he ain't like, yo, you had Shane McGuigan. Now you got Sugar Hill. Granted that he only got one fight under Sugar Hill, but he's starting to look like that same old Lawrence. Just that same old. And I give him the benefit of the doubt because, all right, you didn't fight in a while. Plus, this is a new trainer. But I'm like, it's not like this the first time you done put motherfuckers to sleep with your fight. It's not like you kind of been doing that. That's your MO.
You thinking about it right now make me want to go to sleep, bro. Real talk.
I'm telling you, know how his fights is. He take that awkward wide stance, long ass, and he don't shoot the jab. He don't shoot it.
He pull the fuck out that jab, bro.
Fuck out of you with the jab. Like he looking for the light switch and the lights is off. Like that's his. It's like, bro, you tall as fuck for cruiserweight. Pause. Long as fuck for cruiserweight. Gun it, motherfucker. Shoot the fucking jab.
Frank Sanchez worse.
You want to know something? This is not my words. This is Barry Robinson words. Barry Robinson, and I quote, said, if you are fighting with me, if you are under your corner, win or lose, you will never get knocked out. Let that sink in.
Wow. Look, but in theory, a crunk-based style for Lawrence, who is like a cruiserweight, Mark Breland, that he's tall, long type cat, right? If they could really break him, if Sugar could break him out of that shit, right? He could be a good crunk style fighter. Has the dimensions.
He has the power too. He has the power.
He does have the right hand. He do.
But one thing I realize about these younger fighters, like they don't watch fighters that remind them of them. Meaning is this. Yo, if I'm that tall, why would I not watch Tommy Hearns? Why would I not watch Ian McClellan? Why would I not watch how they throw their punches and get the fuck out of shit? Because
is there anybody you want to see on this MVP card tonight that you heard of? Prospects?
Bro, I'm live right now, bro. Shit, I ain't.
No, I'm just asking, like,
anybody I want to see, bro. I don't even know who on that shit.
Well, guys, I'm gonna hit y'all later. I'm about to be out.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed. I'm old. I ain't about to go to bed, really. I'm about to be on Twitter
Friday
and
night,
HBO.
he gonna go fucking watch a movie.
That's literally what I'm gonna do.
He gonna go watch Death Warrant.
Bro, I got the house to myself. Because the family visiting family up north. So I'm about to go watch some scary shit that I don't normally get to watch.
Evil Dead Rise.
Watch Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Oh, have fun, man. Enjoy yourself, bro.
I am gonna go live tomorrow. I am gonna go live tomorrow for the fights. Just